I'm about to pull it up so I can read the comments.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, definitely. That's what Angel did the other day.
I noticed.
I was like, read the comments to me because I can't read them because the phone was like way over there, so I couldn't see anything.
What the hell? Oh, there it is.
You see
I was
it?
about to say, I'm not getting the notifications about it. I gotta turn the sound down because that's gonna.
Guys, I know this is like a spur of the moment thing. We're over here in Jeffersonville, Ohio, the TA. Just got through shooting a video with my man Jacob over here from JDQ Transportation, and we're bored. Like we didn't make it home for Thanksgiving, but we were going, hey TJ, happy Thanksgiving, man. Much love, brother.
Happy Thanksgiving, TJ.
We need to say that to you guys. What's up, Tim? What's up, brother? Happy Thanksgiving, BG.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, guys. Much love.
Yeah.
And
this was just a kind of spur of the moment live. We just finished recording a video for his channel, and we said, let's do it live before we record mine.
Mama's asleep in the back, and we just got through doing laundry. We all went out to eat, and I'll let you guys see the videos because we're both going to post videos on our channel. But man, we just had like a plethora of information we were talking about.
Bruh, you ain't lying.
Oh my God. Were you able to get a good? Yes, TJ. We're very blessed, man. We got to go to Denny's. And
Denny's was legitimately the only place that was open. But it was still so good.
We were doing our best. Like we called like 50 different places because Google said everybody was open. Of course, we know better, so we're calling and we can't get anybody. But guys, we're very fortunate. We were able to get a hot meal, and we have nothing to complain about.
You want to give that up?
Yeah, we're in
Jeffersonville, Ohio at the TA.
We're at the TA. You do not want to catch these hands at the TA.
Yes, TJ, it was very great and awesome that we were able to find a place that was actually open.
How is you guys' Thanksgiving going? That's the biggest thing. What's going on with you guys at home? Tell us what you did. We're curious, guys. We miss our families, of course, but we miss you guys as well. So we wanted to reach out to you guys.
But like I always say, I'd much rather be home for Christmas over Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, for sure. If we get to check. What's up, Steven? Good to see you, brother. Much love, man. I didn't catch where you're at. We were in Jeffersonville, Ohio, at the TA in Jeffersonville. I'm sorry, my mount is like falling here. I'm trying to get it repositioned. It's not wanting to work with us.
And it was working fine for the 4 hours we had it sitting on the steering wheel.
I know. God, we ended up talking. We had we were gonna do the video that we shot earlier. We were gonna do it a lot earlier, but we had
an hour and a half long phone call that popped up.
Jenna Odom called, and Driver Lineup's wife, Eric Odom, and was talking to Jacob and I about certain things, and just brought up a lot of things, you know, with us that we were like, you know what, we wanted to kind of
and that actually sparked a lot of what happened in the video we recorded for this channel. Conversations and stuff. So
Steven, she's in the back, she's asleep, so she's
she tapped out like 5 hours ago.
Yeah, she's knocked out. She was so tired. All right, so TJ says we had the traditional meal, which created a turkey, come and later drink a couple of beers and watch the Raiders Cowboys game. Awesome. Hell yeah. Man. Tim says that's awesome, TJ.
Any luck on the deer hunt, Tim?
Me and son is back in the deer cabin. Oh, yeah, Tim. You guys get any luck?
Did y'all kill a deer or y'all just kill time?
That's all we've been doing is killing time.
Oh, right?
Dude, we're actually in a fuel island over here. There's nobody here.
It is a ghost town over here. Like,
there's one guy.
One truck
Let's see if I can get you guys to
through the fuel island. He's not even getting fuel.
Yeah, he's not getting fuel. Nobody's gotten fuel. I think there's been like one guy all night that got fuel. And
the one guy that got fuel came to the island ass backwards.
We got a 10-pointer. Nice, Tim. Nice. Congratulations, dude. That is awesome. That is killer.
How much it weigh?
Where y'all heading? We're headed back to the house from North Carolina on Saturday morning.
I'm actually headed like 15 miles up the road to Washington Courthouse at 10 a.m. to go deliver.
And then he's not sure where he's going after that. We won't be able to pick up.
Most likely back here.
Yeah. We won't be able to pick up till Saturday at Middletown, Ohio, Precision Strip. And we're going up to Washington and Auburn, Washington. So I'm going up actually into your neck of the woods up there, Steven.
Man, what's great about this is me and him never met face to face until tonight.
Yeah, it's our first night.
So we've been talking on the phone every night for the past 3 weeks because we've been running the same shift.
Right.
And it was like planning this since 1 o'clock this morning. Like, hey, let's meet up at this place. All right. And here we are.
Ooh. TJ says my youngest boy didn't get a buck this year. but did get a spike bull elk, which dressed out at 380. Nice. That's beautiful.
No, I'm actually going to sugar something. Let me go look.
Tim says his 10-pointer was about 165, 170.
Oh, that's a monster.
That's a healthy joker there.
I'm going to Sugar Creek Packing in Ohio, in Washington Courthouse.
Yeah. So, guys, we were just checking in. I mean,
Yeah, Tim, that's a good size deer.
Yeah, it really was, Tim. Congratulations, Tim. Happy Thanksgiving.
Are y'all thinking about Wall Mountain?
Happy Thanksgiving, Cadet. Much love.
Happy Thanksgiving, Cadet.
Gotcha. I remember there was a Walmart DC there, yeah.
Yeah, I've been to the Walmart
Steven
DC
was actually,
before.
when he was at Prime, he was actually reefer first and then went to Flatbed.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah,
okay.
he did a little reefer work, too,
Okay.
so. For sure. So we just had like we just sparked up like a million different conversations tonight.
It was like intense.
We literally have nothing to do, and
your video was what, 45 minutes long?
45 minutes. It felt like it was 5. It felt like it was 5 minutes, and like we look up at the timer, like I'm literally not editing anything on that video. All I'm doing is just putting it together. I'm gonna throw in a couple cut-in clips, and after that, it's over with. So. It's gonna be like the easiest video ever. Like I may never edit another video.
Boy, you know you lie.
But I love the lives too, because it's like auto uploads and everything. Like you don't have to do anything.
And this is throwing me off because I'm looking back and I'm seeing what happened like 7 seconds ago.
Exactly, it's a little bit of a delay. Yeah. So guys, if you're not familiar with JDQ, JDQ Transportation is a super good friend of mine. I'm gonna leave his link in the description. You guys go check his channel out. He's a growing channel just like I am, and he's kicking everything off like exponentially. So I'm hoping that the video that I'm going to take is going to get him rolling. And you guys, we have a really good subscriber base on Freightliner, and guys, go check him out. You won't be disappointed. He's got a lot of great things, and he's got a lot of views on the reefer side too.
Right. He
came from Flatbed on the company side, but now he's reefer on the lease side. So you said in the video, the cool touching the trailer bay is that.
It's from what I understood, if I remember correctly.
Much love, TJ. God bless, man.
See you later, TJ. Have a great night.
You guys have a great Thanksgiving evening. All right, what did he say now? Tim says when...
So basically the trailer, the coil touching the bed of the trailer, that's a bad thing because
heavy metal, what's up, brother?
On metal is not good. It's going to end up damaging the coil or the trailer.
And I had another...
What's up, heavy metal?
And I had another viewer reach out to me in that video in the comments, and he says he asked why was I think it was the guy that I did the video on, Kelly Honey, the inspirational video. And he says, I don't understand why. Well, the reason why is, and obviously there's a lot of FMCSA regulation to this, and we'd have to actually look up the actual codes and everything to give you the DOT regulated reason. But in my mind, as far as the flatbedder goes, if that coil is on the bed,
it's metal
on metal, and it has a reason to be in motion.
Yes.
So, because it's actually touching the surface that could allow it to roll.
Which means it's not going to be touching with as much force one side of your duct.
Exactly. So when you have that pressure spread out between a coil rack that is roughly 3.5 feet, 4 feet long, and you have those that's actually laying on that dunnage on that anti-skid mat and the anti-skid bed, that coil is locked in, especially when you guys saw the securement. Yeah, I mean, we had total of like what, 78,000 pounds of securement on like a 43,000 pound load. So I mean, you're not going anywhere with that. So that whole video, like, people are so scared when they hear suicide coils. It's just a term. I mean, any load can be suicidal to your health. I mean, because if you don't secure it right.
I know you went over it, but reason it's suicidal. So your trailer is like this. Your coil, say if it's sitting like this, that's what we call shotgun or homicide call.
I'm not going to say what energy drink, but you guys already know. But this is sponsored by JDQ's energy drink. This video is sponsored. So he bought me an energy drink. So.
Yep. So we call this.
He said you're not allowed to fall asleep.
We call this either a shotgun or a homicide call.
Homicide
call because if one of your securement breaks, it's rolling off the side of that trailer and killing somebody else.
The homicide coil.
So suicide call, if it's sitting like this and that chain breaks and that thing comes forward, it's coming, it's killing you.
Yeah, and it's going to come meet you up in the cab.
That's why you always put one more chain pulling back than you do pulling forward on the side.
So you guys, don't be homicidal or suicidal flatbed drivers. Come on, we don't need that on the road. Make sure you're not a homicidal or suicidal flatbed driver.
And see, like, for me, I actually have views on flatbed, reefer, company and lease. So
right.
I got
he's got a lot of good.
Yeah, I got views on a lot.
He's got like a little point of views, man. Cause see, me, I've just been lease and flatbed. I've never went.
Right.
He's been company flatbed and lease reefer. So he's got different points of interest there. So that's pretty cool. What did they say? Okay, Tim Martin says WY. And Tim, by the way, I did get your message for what now?
He was talking about why on why it's bad.
Oh, why? Tim, I did get your message, and I've got to look at that link that you sent me. That seems like it's pretty interesting. So you can post it in the chat if you want to. If you want people to take a look at it, I haven't had a chance to actually look at it. So
what was the link about?
It said this is why you can't. I'm the reason you can't see your rate cons or something. So I just want to take a look at it and see what it is. Worth a shot. It's worth a look. No big deal. So, guys, I appreciate all 8 or 10 of you guys taking the time out to
everybody
after Thanksgiving night and come. This was a spur of the moment thing. We just wanted to.
Because at the end of the video, he said something about doing live. I said, bro, we're not live, but we should do a live after.
Yeah, we should have just did a live because it was so good.
But it's very informational.
Yeah, it is. There's so much stuff. There's so many questions that we ask ourselves on a daily basis. But like I can only imagine anybody wanting to come into the industry right now, them actually wanting that positive reinforcement from somebody to say, hey, look, you can do this.
I'm actually going to do this because
if we did it, you can do it.
If any of y'all in here...
Oh, you need to share this on...
That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, I was about to say, you need to get that out to your viewers, man, because they got you on here.
Oh, I have my Discord link in all my descriptions.
Nice.
But I'm actually going to post this up in here for y'all.
Yep.
If y'all aren't a part of this Discord, join it, and if you have any questions, please reach out to us.
Sitting at Pittston Terminal watching. Oh, man, Brian, what's going on?
What's up, Brian?
Are you guys rolling? Yeah, man, I know you're not rolling right now, but are you guys under a load or anything? You on a trainer's truck? I can't remember, Brian, if you were upgraded or not yet.
I'm not sure if it's coming through yet on your end, but I just posted the Discord.
I'm waiting on it. BJ, I asked you some questions in the past. Unless I get a local offer, I've decided to go to rail. Do not. Rail is there, especially for company drivers. The pay is absolute garbage. Do not go there. You will regret it. I promise. BG, did I not? I'm confused. Did I not answer your questions at all? I'm just trying to figure out what, like, if you need, believe me, if you need me, man, my contact info is always in the description. You're more than welcome to email me or even text me or call me.
So how's PSD going for you, Brian?
Tim says, man, I'm glad you did. I almost called you today to get your son off. Did you get your son? Yes, I did, Tim. He's in San Diego. He's checked into his final duty station. And
yeah, I saw your video about being in finally getting to Springfield, Heavy. So how's that going for you?
Watching you while I watch my Buffalo Bills kick butt. Scott Williams said, thank you, Scott. I appreciate you taking the time to come in, man. Thank you so much. Brian said PSD still. Okay, so
BG, are you thinking about going reefer or flatbed? Because there's other options, because I haven't had any experience with rail, but I had a buddy of mine that was there and he regretted going there because the pay is just not there. Okay, so flatbed, have you looked into TMC? Because TMC is actually a really good company to drive for.
Yeah, that's a flatbed sustaining company.
Yes,
that's all they do is flatbed.
Do flatbed.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hell yeah, Heavy. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
3 weeks, test out Wednesday. Good job, Brian. That's awesome, man. Good luck, man. You're going to do great.
Brian, ain't no luck. He got
No, you did absolutely. Just decided against Prime. Okay, BG, that's fine, man. No problem. Well, look, BG, guess what? The great thing about it is we're always here. Yeah. So even if you don't, want to come to Prime initially, then, man, I want you to succeed 100% wherever you go. It doesn't matter what company you choose, man. We want you to succeed 100%.
So what are some of the bad things that you heard about TMC?
Are you asking me or are you asking them?
No.
Okay,
BG.
got you.
BG.
I can't tell who he's talking to.
Because he said TMC offered him a job too, but he heard some bad things.
All right. Astro CJ42 says, happy Turkey Day to all the truckers who aren't able to spend it with the ones they love. God bless you, Astro.
That's why me and him met up tonight.
Yeah, we spent Me and Jacob and Mama Freight, we went up to Denny's about 4 miles up the road, the only restaurant that was open in this side of Ohio.
Yeah.
And so we actually got a good meal.
And that was crazy. In this city, you wouldn't think anything special, but right across the road, there's a ginormous shopping
huge outlet center. Yeah, it's like outlets and everything, like where there's lids over there. Like we're all just riding through there tonight after we got through eating, and we're like, oh yeah, we need to go there tomorrow. Yep, we need to go there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep, we need to go there tomorrow. So Mama's got some shopping planned. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, there are a lot of students waiting on trainers, and that's one of the reasons after the first of the year, because I have a lot of stuff going on in December, so I'm not going to put a student through that. So after the first of the year, I'm going to be becoming a trainer.
Yep. And guys, if you are with Prime right now, I encourage you guys to get into that training program. Just experience it. Even if you just do one training, just do one start to finish. Get that experience of actually being able to be a trainer. There is that extra revenue is nice, but guys, do it because you want to give back. Say your experience wasn't as great as you wanted it to be when you came in. Do better for that next trainee that you're taking on under your wing. So, and that's why I do it, is to be able to give back a little bit better than maybe things that I saw that could have been done differently. So
BG, with what you said about TMC, if you don't mind, I can get with a friend of mine that drives for TMC. He's an owner op now, but he was a company driver. So if you want to reach out to me in Discord, I can get with him and see if he would be okay swapping contact information with you, and y'all can talk about how everything was for him on the company side of TMC.
Yep. And that's something we just went over with in the video, was the networking aspect.
Exactly. If you're not Prime, you're still family.
Yeah, exactly. Reaching out to us and actually, we could put you guys into some connections with some people, just like our friend Stephen Gamble that's on here. He's been running Oversize for years now with another company, and he started out at Prime, and he has an amazing amount of knowledge to give to you guys if you guys are interested in something like that. So that's what we do, is we network with people, and we try to reach out and touch this knowledge area, this knowledge area, this knowledge area, and get this contact and this contact and this contact, so we can share it with you guys and actually get you guys pointed in the direction you want to. Obviously, both of us being here at Prime, we would love you guys to come to Prime initially, just to get your start. I recommend that 100%.
But even if you don't, we're still going to be here to offer any information possible. We're still going to be supporting you.
Every single one of you viewers on both of our channels, on all of our YouTube channels for Prime, you guys are valid, 100%. Doesn't matter who you're running for.
Two things. I see Scott is coming back to Prime in January, which is awesome.
Yeah, Scott Williams, yeah, he's been talking about that for a while. I can't wait to see him over here.
We do appreciate the offer, but I'm not sure where Buffalo is.
Buffalo, New York.
Oh, shit, that's a ride from here.
Yeah, man, Scott, if I was in Buffalo, New York, I would have loved to have met up with you, man. That would have been amazing. That would have been awesome. Thank you so much for the offer, man. Much love, bro. God bless.
No problem, BG. That's what we're here for, man. Y'all are still family no matter what. Whether y'all are at Prime, somewhere else. So our subscriber base is our family.
Exactly. We don't ever and I tell everybody, there's a lot of people think we do all this just for referral codes, No. Heavy Metal Halls, guys. He's got a really good channel too. Go check him out. He's growing exponentially. Go check him out and follow him as well, Heavy Metal Halls. So I'm gonna give him a big shout out too.
I appreciate it, bro.
And he's a great person. Yep. Much love, Heavy Metal. You are one of those people, bro.
Yeah.
You're one of those people.
You are one of the people.
So, but guys, we are here for your sake. We're here for we're not here for driver referrals. We're not here for, would we all love for you guys to come in and say, we all, Freight Skater sent you or JDQ sent you? Of course. But guys, at the end of the day, that's not what's important. What's important is getting you guys started in the career that you want to be in and give you guys the best information possible to do it with. So, that's what we're here for.
Like I was talking about in the video that we made with you. I don't care where y'all are, what company y'all are with. If y'all have any questions, the best way to get in touch with us is to join the Discord. I'll send the link in the chat. Y'all have to scroll to find it. But
we have a Discord
find
set
either
up.
One of us and send us a message. As soon as we can, we will reply to you and get as much help as we can.
Yep. Send us Discord. Comment in these comments on the videos. I know me and JDQ both, we love answering comments, guys. It's interactive.
We actually met through one of the Facebook pages.
And it gives us something to do. How do you like driving the Freightliner Cascadias? RJ?
It rides like a horse and buggy.
It does, but it's reliable.
And
it's
it can
crazy.
be worked on anywhere.
Yeah, Freightliner's nationwide. I mean, you don't have to take it to a Freightliner dealership. TA has partnership with Freightliners. I mean, you can get your Freightliner worked on anywhere.
Now, don't get me started on the exhaust issues in the 22s.
He's had some rough issues with the 22s. But, like, I'm going to tell you this. If Prime was to start bringing back the Peterbilts with the Packers and or the Detroit motor options, I mean, not the Packers, with the Cummins and the Detroit options, I would turn my Freightliner in right now and I would go get a Peterbilt.
Yeah. But Scott, don't worry about that, about the macros, bro. You're going to learn them like that because you've dealt with it already. You're going to be able to get back to learning it. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I was hoping to remember what the macros are when I get back. Oh yes, guys, it's like riding a bike, no big deal at all. Plus, you can do a lot of stuff on the app now as well, so it's really, really nice. And they're constantly improving that app as well. Brian says, I watch both of your channels and I have Discord. Oh, nice, Brian. Nice, yeah, man.
Yeah, if you have any questions,
send us a friend request too on there so we can go ahead and add you guys if you're not already added with us.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, please hit us up. We'll
exactly
offer as much help as we can. If I can't answer it, I'll shoot him a message and be like, hey, this guy has a question. I can't answer it.
What's up, Jaded? What's up, Jaded? Good to see you. Gotcha. Thanks. I've only driven Pete's and Volvos. The new company I'm going runs Freightliners. Yeah, RJ, the Freightliners are so reliable. I mean, they really are. The new ones are having a little bit of issues, but
you know, the dome light giving the slowest light show.
Well, that was still in the 20s and 21s too. They were still doing.
Yeah,
the
but
same
mine,
thing.
it wouldn't stop. I had to unlegitimately covered mine with
you know what they told me though at the dealership? They said it's either a door module, it needs to be replaced, or it's a software update.
See, then what the guy told me, you know, after I mowed down a deer. Easy, don't speak terrible out.
That was tough.
So I brought it, me and my co-driver, I have a video on that too. It's got the footage. That was in that one too. That was then that one and the one I hit was exactly 7 days apart.
Bad luck.
It was
right
a
there.
minute short of 7 days according to my timestamp on my dash cam.
Very, very bad luck.
So what the guy told me with the dome light issue, he pulled it off of the ceiling, cleaned the connectors, stuck it back, and it was good.
Really?
Yeah, that's what the mechanic told me.
So, like, he just physically cleaned the connectors and it was good.
That's what the guy told me he did.
You have no problems after that?
Nothing at
all.
all.
That's what I need to do then. Do either of you have Snapchat at all? I think
yes.
I think Jacob does. I don't do Snapchat, which I guess I need to start, but I'm a little old school. I see you didn't get in the doghouse because of the wife video. Brian, she really enjoyed it overall, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think she wants to be put in the limelight anytime soon, but
because
she really enjoyed it.
As soon as we mentioned doing a video, she went.
Yeah, she's like, no, I'm going to bed. She's like, go get the laundry out when it's done. I'm like, yes, ma'am. So we've been up here just shooting stuff, and we got a video shot of JDQ's interview, and guys, I'm gonna tell you, like, it
was more of a conversation than an
really
interview.
Was, and I can tell you guys this.
The part came at the end was the 2 questions.
Yeah, and I can tell you guys this. We was what's up, Junior, man? What's up, brother? Much love. King of the Reefers, guys, Junior Honduras. Go check his channel out. Yeah. He's King of the Reefers there.
He's finally getting back to making videos because he took almost a year break.
Oh, he's a lot of big things going on in Junior's life, okay? So Junior's training again.
And it's no spoiler alerts because he's already got a video.
Exactly. He bought a GPS.
They need to go watch his video.
I know, but I gotta say,
but for Junior to buy a GPS, you know something serious is going down. So we're not saying anything else. Y'all need to go watch his video and find out.
There's a lot of different things Junior's doing right now, so you guys gotta go check his channel out. He's got a lot of good stuff going on. So that's all we're saying is he bought a GPS. Yeah, he bought a GPS, and that might not be a big thing to you guys. But you're talking about a guy who's been using the Atlas for the last 20 years.
If y'all know Junior, y'all know he is totally against the GPS.
He is 100% diehard Atlas. Like, this man is just diehard Atlas. So it was like him getting. Okay, do you guys remember when pagers went around?
Scott.
Do you guys remember when pagers were around? Okay, you got rid of the pager and got your first cell phone. That's what it was like for Junior.
Yeah. Scott said she made more in a lot than he did in a week's paycheck.
Actually, I want to tell you guys that.
Oh, yeah,
I want to talk to you guys about that. Do not super chat. I'm going to turn super chats off from now on because YouTube, like, out of $300, we saw 120 of that. YouTube took $180 of that money. Do not super chat at all, guys. I would rather you guys I appreciate everybody in JDQ dumped like $60. So we definitely took him out to eat tonight, but But
So,
you know, bottom line is like, don't waste your money. Like seriously, much love, guys, and I appreciate it all the time. But don't waste your money. It's not worth it.
so yeah, RJ, go ahead.
No, they took more than 30%. I promise
it was
you.
more than
Yeah,
30.
they took like 60%.
So RJ, if you want to, you can add it. It's JQUEB. It's very simple.
Jaden says you're showing your age.
Yeah,
I know.
I saw that.
I'm old school. I know. YouTube takes 30% of anything in super chat. Yeah, guys, I'm just always. I
found you, RJ. I got you.
I gotta get back into the whole technological world because,
right.
Like we were talking earlier today, we were talking about how
our the technological world, but you got 2 GPSs hanging from your windshield.
Well, that's like that's things.
It's still technology, dude.
I know, but those things you buy them and they just do what they do. They just stay there. You know what I mean? It's like you don't have to mess with them. But like we were talking about our channel growth and what we do,
right?
And we were talking about how
we Thanksgiving, Mad Cardinal.
Oh, Mr. David's in here, Mad Cardinal.
Yep.
Let's see. I haven't. Oh yeah, there he is. Happy Thanksgiving, Mad Cardinal. Much love, brother. So we were talking about how we wanted our channels to evolve, and we were talking about getting, you know, the big software programs and the laptops and the tablets and all that.
And then this wasn't even in the video. This is just us discussing shit on the phone.
Just riding down the road.
3 o'clock this morning.
And I'm just like, you know what? I would love to do all that, but like, I like the simplicity of just turning your phone on and just going to town. Like, screw
like we're
it.
doing here.
Exactly. It's just so nice. It's just...
And then for me, for like the videos that I film when I'm in my truck, you know, we're in Freight Skater's truck here, but I have a little phone mount on my windshield. I just slap it on there sideways and start recording.
Simplicity. Sometimes less is more. You know, it really is. So. And
that's all that I need right now because I don't have a Wi-Fi system on my truck. All I have is my phone hotspot, and that's limited to X amount of gigs a month.
Yep.
So it's going to take up a lot of data trying to use the laptop to edit and put it on the laptop.
Right, push the hotspot over, yeah. Going for TNT tournament. I'm going to be on my own trip by February.
Awesome.
Awesome, Jaded. Like we said, you'll see in our video we did with JDQ, don't rush it though, okay? Get all that winter experience that you can while you actually have somebody there that has your back.
So you're actually starting TNT at the perfect time.
Exactly. So get anybody coming in right now that's about to jump into TNT right here at the start of the heavy winter months. You guys have an extreme advantage over anybody else that comes to Prime at any other time of the year.
Exactly.
Get that winter experience while you have somebody sitting right beside you or in the bunk that's going to actually guide you through these issues and these circumstances. Because guys, like
I came out in
both
July.
of us, neither one of us got the winter driving until we were solo.
And then I got stuck on Vail Pass and had to throw chains. And I told myself I was not going to throw chains.
Right.
But I passed the last rest area and it was packed. All the creator spots were full. So I had no choice but to keep going. As soon as I passed that rest area, the next lighted sign, it was dark. Nothing lit up. And then all of a sudden, right when I got to it, it clicked. Chain laws.
Oh, wow. And guys, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, when it comes to chains, you chain up to get out of trouble, not to get into trouble.
Right.
So. And
if y'all are at Prime and y'all haven't thrown chains and y'all know y'all are going to have to, please watch the video because I did not, and I effed a whole set of chains.
Let's see what Ernesto says. So Jaded, congratulations on your TNT trainer. Much love.
Ernesto,
take your time and enjoy it. Yes, Ernesto, we're out here on the road working for the holidays. Scott says, when I started TNT in November, my trainer was really good on keeping us in the South. Yeah, Scott, but it's kind of doing you guys a disservice a little bit. You need
if y'all become a company driver, y'all aren't going to be able to reject loads just because it's going to a certain area.
You can't just say it might snow in Montana, so I'm not going.
And see, that's why I had no choice but to throw chains because I was Flatbed company at the time. I couldn't reject that load because it was going to a certain area.
It has to be an extreme, like inclement weather condition, like a hurricane or a tsunami or something.
Or you just don't have the hours to make it.
Yeah, or you just don't have the hours to make it. You know, you're figuring it up. So you got to have a really valid reason to turn a load down for company. Now, lease, obviously,
just like no,
I don't advise you guys turning down loads like crazy. But yeah, I mean, sometimes it just doesn't make sense.
I've only rejected 2 loads.
I live in the snow belt. Weather does not scare me at all. Well, Scott, bring some skis, man. Show the rest of us how to do it.
Yeah, but like going back to what I said, if y'all are at Prime or even not at Prime and y'all have not had experience.
Jaden's been driving school bus in northern Minnesota for 10 years.
Oh Lord,
he's Gucci.
Oh yeah,
and plus he's got kids screaming at him behind him. Like,
yeah,
so, you got that.
Please, YouTube, The Prime app has videos on it.
Yep.
Make sure you know how to throw these chains because I didn't know how. I just winged it, whatever you want to say.
You wung it?
Yeah, I wung it.
He wung it, y'all.
So by the time
he didn't lose it, but he wung it.
By the time I got parked at this Lowe's that doesn't have truck parking, but I was PCing for over an hour, and I already notified dispatch of what was going on, where I was at, and what the situation was. He said, all right, not a big deal, I'll put it in the system.
Right.
And oddly enough, I didn't get the notification because I PC'd for like an hour and a half. I didn't get that notification about exceeding the company's use of personal conveyance.
So they're running all outlaw and stuff.
I did my little walk around. I noticed my chains were all effy, so I was like, I'm just going to get that in the morning. So needless to say, I had to go walk into the Love's to get a pair of bolt cutters to get these fucking chains off. It was bad.
So guys, and we're talking about winter driving right now. I did do a winter video at the beginning of this year for last winter. What I'm going to do is I will actually throw it into a post on the community page. Click that link if you need some good tips and tricks about winter driving. That's a pretty good video, so check it out.
Most definitely.
And we'll do an updated video probably sometime this winter. But as of right now, it's a really good platform for you guys. Working on going to Prime in January. Melvin, that is awesome. Congratulations. Oh, chat's getting hot.
Yeah, it is.
Bubba,
we got 18 people in here.
What's up, Pops? What's up, Twig? Michael, Bubba, much love. I love you, buddy. That's my son there. He just got out there.
Man.
U.S.
Carter.
Navy out there in San Diego.
What's up, Michael?
Yep. I see Brian said there's nothing going through Idaho in the winter. 4th of July pass. Look up past Bozeman Pass and Donner Pass.
They actually do have some stuff for Prime going through.
Oh yes, Flatbed too. Yeah, we go up there all the time.
A lot of drivers.
I'm headed up that way now. I'm going over Snoqualmie this weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm headed up there now. Working on going to Prime in January. That's amazing,
so,
Melvin.
Brian, about that 11% in Idaho. Southern Maryland, Highway 44, I don't remember the exact city, but it's called National Pike. The steepest part of that grade is 17%. See, I went up it with my trainer. We're in his 2019 Peterbilt. With us in the truck, both of us, a full tank of fuel and DEF, and a loaded flatbed, we were 79,980 pounds. Right at 80,000, right at the limit. We're climbing this hill, foot to the floor, white knuckled, biting the hole through the seat, 4 miles an hour.
4 miles an hour.
Going down this hill, I went by myself in my company truck.
You guys go walk faster than that truck was rolling.
Yeah. And so going down, the truck speed limit is 10 miles an hour. So this grade is so steep, I'm sitting back slouched like this, and it felt like I was sitting straight up. It is steep.
Yeah, 11% grade, Brian, is no joke.
It's still steep.
I still have a complete set of auto socks, never got rid of. Don't get rid of them, Scott. Keep them.
So, BJ, the reason I switched from flatbed to reefer is, in case y'all can't tell, which y'all really can't, I am built like a twig. And out in Stillwater, Oklahoma, in this big old gravel parking lot that I was delivering to, the wind was blowing like a sack full of whores. And this dude.
Where have you ever seen a sack full of whores? I've never seen that.
Don't worry about that.
Okay, all right.
So I'm trying to fold my steel tarp, which flatbedders know at Prime is the smaller tarp. This bastard drugged me 40 yards through this gravel parking lot, and that's, nope, I'm done with that.
Let's see. So Mad Cardinal says, my son gets back on the road Saturday. He's over 15,000 miles TNT. I go out Sunday TNT 0 miles. Nice, David, Mr. David, awesome. RJ says, does primary FM care? Does it hurt you if you reject loads for illegitimate reasons, such as you don't like driving in a certain area? RJ,
that's kind of I haven't had that situation come up. You know, I'm trying not to reject loads because I've heard stories that sales will try to mess you around, but I don't want to find out the hard way.
I did a video on forced dispatch and when should you deny a load. There's not really an illegitimate. You don't have to have a reason at all. Okay, let's just be honest. You don't have to have a reason if you're lease. But
good evening, Jim.
I can tell you guys, there's way more to
Happy Thanksgiving.
To deciding what load to reject versus just dollar per mile or overall revenue.
Right.
So many factors to consider. But I can tell you this: if there's a certain area that you don't want to run, when you first come in and you first go solo and you upgrade to your own truck, let your FM know, say, hey, look, I don't like being in the Northeast, or I don't like being in California, or I don't like being in Texas. Go ahead and tell them that, let them know that. That way they can put it in the system, and Prime will do their very best to keep you out of those areas. So it might limit some of your choices on runs, but it's not saying that you're not going to make money. Okay, so
and see, going back to
everybody's situation is unique.
Like what you were saying about the revenue per mile, I'm really new to leasing. I've only been leasing for a few months at this point, like 4 or 5 months maybe. But I don't look at the revenue per mile. I do, but I don't factor that into whether I'm going to take or deny a load. I look at what is going to bring that truck revenue per day.
Yep.
That's my deciding factor. Is what is going to bring my truck per day.
That's the first thing we look at, you know, and then obviously you're going to look at the area it's going into, what your reload's going to look like based on your experiences from being in that area, and then also the weather, you know, traffic, road closures, all kinds of different factors, you know, and there's a lot of that discussion in the winter video that I'm going to post up on the community page as well, guys. So, and you guys share that to people that are new to the industry. Get that information out to them, because it could be a lot of information that they don't even know about winter driving out here on these roads, and a lot of that applies to passenger vehicles as well, not just big trucks.
Right.
So you
and
guys,
so what Brian said, he said there's at least 10 people from North Carolina becoming a flatbed. And that's a great thing, because flatbed is actually growing a lot from what it was whenever I came in almost 2 years ago.
Yep. Let's see. So BG says, did you address that question? He says, why did you switch from flatbed to reefer?
Yes.
You did? Okay.
That was the factor about me getting drug 40 yards through gravel parking lots on my steel tarp.
I remember that. Yeah, you were talking about you're built like a twig. Okay.
6 foot tall, 150 pounds soaking wet. 152 if I got.
Brian says all brothers drive flatbed. Dude. Jim B says, good evening, gentlemen. What's up, Mr. Jim? God bless.
So heavy metal hauls, I look to stay between at a minimum of 650 to 700 a day for the truck. But sometimes I will take lower if it's putting me into a better reload area that's going to give me more revenue per day.
Yep. And so there was a comment here that Scott says, I was leased and I never ever denied a load, even loads to Florida, just trust the system, it always works out. Scott, there's a lot of truth to that, okay?
Right.
And there's a lot of times that, like, me and my wife, or even Jacob, you question things a lot of times, okay? When they push things on you and everything, and somehow it always just works out. I don't know what it is, it's just really weird. But Prime's not perfect, and I had a video on that, and the title of the video was Prime's Not Perfect, obviously, but no company is. So they're constant.
If you're gonna find the perfect company, something is gonna go wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you might not like 2 or 3 things here at Prime, but you love 5 things, but you go to the next company and you hate 5 things, but you only love 3 things.
Yeah.
So it's about the versatility and whatever works best for you. There's no perfect company. So, and Prime is constantly advancing in their methods and their system to be user-friendly for the operators, user-friendly for the customers, user-friendly for Prime as a whole. It's not just about one particular party. So it's a tough balance. I mean, it's just like with the dad video, which I've got to do the sequel to it about what we're actually getting done now. I can tell you there's been a couple things that they're improving on and they're constantly working on, but they're spending thousands of dollars every single month just to modify and tweak and do things that will actually help everybody as a whole. That's what makes this company amazing, is that they care enough to keep moving forward and progressing. You know, it's never just, hey, you're just, that's it. And that's the stigma that we're trying to get away from, is we're not just a starter company. You know, we can actually be a longevity company.
Because there's actually drivers here that have 3, 4, 5 plus million miles under their belt, safe miles. So it's
some
not
of
just
them
a
were
starter
7, 8 million miles. I mean, these people have been driving for Prime for 40 something years.
I remember you posting a picture, probably 5, 6, 7 months ago, about this owner op that had an old school
93 FLD.
Yeah.
Yep. He's still with Prime. He bought that truck with Prime.
Truck.
Yep. And I can't remember. He's actually on our Facebook group. Mike something. Can't remember what his name was. But anyways, it was a tremendous story to hear his testimony with Prime. And I asked him because.
That's correct, Jim. There's nothing perfect about any company you want to work for.
Yeah.
There's always going to be stuff that you don't like. No one's going to like absolutely everything about a company.
You got to really take the pros and cons got to really take the pros and cons and find out like what's working best for you. If it's working good for you, why mess with it? If you're having an issue with anything, reach out to your fleet manager, reach out to the head of your division, talk to them. Okay, nothing gets done without you saying anything.
Exactly.
You have to speak up. If you're having an issue or a reoccurring issue with even just a certain person, this is what we talked about with Jenna tonight on the phone was, you know, Prime as a whole wants you to succeed. It doesn't mean that you might not have a problem with one certain person or you might not have a problem with one certain area, but it's not anything they won't fix or they won't go after. If it's legitimately out of your hands and you're doing everything you can 110% as an operator to make things work, they're going to go to bat for you.
And I've heard that. And so I'm going to address Jaded's comment right quick. He said, Prime is perfect for me right now. No one else would hire me right now because of location and experience. And see, that's one of the good things about Prime. They're hiring in all of the lower 48 right now.
Yep.
So you come here, if you don't have your CDL, you get your CDL. You get that experience. If Prime isn't for you, you have that CDL in your pocket and you're going to have that experience. You can go almost anywhere. And if you like Prime, you stick with it.
And that's not saying that, you know, Prime wants you to leave, by no means. Nobody wants you to leave. Like, we need drivers now more than anything, and we need our trainers more than anything, guys. And so they're working every single day to make the aspects of their system better for the driver constantly.
Okay, so RJ has a very good question for you. I'm not sure, well, I'm pretty sure it's going to be directed to both of us because we were both Flatbed.
Right.
So I'm going to go ahead and let you answer that one first.
Okay, so RJ says, what was the reason you went to Prime over TMC, Maverick, McElroy for Flatbed? Okay, so my wife did a lot of research before we went into, I was working nonstop labor 7 days a week.
Yeah.
She was working with me, and she did a lot of research on these trucking companies. We reached out to McElroy. They acted like they didn't even have the time of day for me. TMC, we heard horror stories about their white glove policy and how
I've heard about that too.
They're very military based. There's no leeway on anything really over there. And Maverick, I never even considered them, to be honest with you. They weren't even on my radar. But my brother went to Prime first. My younger brother went to Prime first, and we were supposed to team drive. He ended up getting married and leaving Prime for Montgomery Transport out of Alabama.
You're right about that one, Scott.
And so I said, screw it, man. I'm going anyways. And I've been here ever since. I'm in my 5th year.
Yeah, so the reason with me is, so earlier in the live, either here or the other place.
Yeah, Scott, you're right. Junior is the reason.
So I actually applied at 2 different trucking companies, Flatbed and Reefer. So I applied with Stevens Transport, TMC, Maverick, and Prime. And Prime was the first one I applied to because I did a lot of research on all their companies. Prime has the most in-depth training process out of any of the other training companies out there. Their equipment is no older than 3 to 4 years old. So you're not going to be in an old beater truck, which most of these larger companies you're not going to be.
And that's the one thing I think we can both attest to is like that training program. It's for somebody coming in that has absolutely no experience at all, and you guys are just like making that first step. You're not going to find a better first step. I mean, even if you don't want to stay at Prime, like even if you feed into the horror stories, or you had a buddy that came like, man, I didn't like how it seemed like I didn't get a choice in this or I didn't get a choice in that. Guys, like Jacob said, once you get that experience, you can do whatever you want. You can stay at Prime, you can go somewhere else, you can go local, you can do whatever you want, guys. And the thing about it is that
is true, Brian. They do have
they have a great maintenance program, and we have a lot of resources, everything from fuel discounts to nationwide contracts for repairs for our trucks. I mean, there's a lot of benefits to being here,
Right. And so,
what's up, Ferris? Good to see you, man.
What's up, Ferris?
Many trucking companies wanted money up front in order to go through their training program. I talked to a few people and they told me to check out Prime, and it's a great fit for me. That's amazing, man. That's what's up.
So, back to finishing how I ultimately ended up at Prime.
Mr. BD Joker, we are not in Wyoming. We were actually in Jeffersonville, Ohio, right now at the TA.
So after I sent all of my applications, I got contacted by Prime first. And so while I was on the phone with my recruiter at Prime, I got an email back from a recruiter at Stevens and at TMC. They both rejected my application because I was 21 years old at the time, and their minimum age requirement was 22.
Right.
So I ended up ultimately choosing Prime, obviously. So I put in my 2-week notice at the current place of employment I had, and I'm pulling into the campus in Springfield, Missouri to come to Prime for orientation, and I get a call from Maverick Transportation. It was a recruiter. So I answered the phone. She said, "Hey, this is so and so with Maverick. See you put in an application. I'd like to get some more information from you." So I pretty much told her, in a more professional manner, that they were a day late and a dollar short. That I'm already pulling into this company that I'm actually coming to orientation for, and I've been here for it'll be 2 years in July.
Yep. And guys, don't get it wrong. We all get frustrated out here. There's a lot of things that we wish we could change with a snap of a finger, but
yeah,
all in all, man, when you look over it, it's like this is a really great gig. It really is, and there's a lot of potential to do whatever you want to do here. Things are going to happen. The variables out here on this road, whether it's your truck problems, your reefer problems with the reefer trailer, shippers, receivers, you're going to have issues and variables.
Yeah.
These things just happen. I mean, it's just like we both wanted to be home for Thanksgiving.
But here we are.
It just didn't work out that way,
I'm from Louisiana. He's from
Georgia.
Yeah, and we're say it, and we're out both in Ohio.
Yeah, and it just so happened that Jacob and I have been talking for months now, and
we've never got to meet.
Each other.
Tonight.
And then he's coming southeast through Ohio. I'm going southwest through Ohio, and we kind of cross paths.
Now that I'm leased, I can do this without getting repercussions.
Right, exactly.
I adjusted my route to come down to this truck stop. I cut down a little bit sooner than what my GPS wanted me to, and we met up over here.
Right, exactly. Let's see here.
I hear that, Jaden. Like I said earlier, once you get your CDL and get your experience, if you find Prime's not a good fit for you, you can go anywhere you want to, because you're going to have at least a year plus experience, and you'll be able to go anywhere with that CDL in your back pocket.
Right. Scott Williams says, I can attest about the equipment. I'm local now. My local truck is a 2015 Volvo with over 500,000 miles, and it's a pile. I can't wait to be a good equipment again. Right. Scott, it's really, really nice. And the thing about it is Prime keeps their equipment constantly rotating, like Jacob said, every 3 to 4 years. So we constantly, whether you just keep leasing or you lease to buy, and you're constantly buying trucks, you constantly have newer model trucks to buy.
Prime, I'm actually going to pull this up, and I'm going to let you show it to the camera with maintenance records.
And Brian says, I was working on a Prime truck and talking to Road Assist and talking to me about coming to Prime.
And so Jim's
That's
comment
awesome.
about
That's
me
awesome,
being
Brian.
from Louisiana, how do I handle the winter weather? Bundle up. Bundle up. That's all I can tell you. Is
by the time he gets through bundling up, he looks like I do with a regular shirt on.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, you can show this to them, how easy it is for us Prime drivers to be able to keep up with the maintenance on our trucks.
This is on our app here. They keep everything nice and listed, intervals when we actually need to do what we need to do for our trucks. You can see right here, APU service, tractor oil change, annual DOT inspections. So it's all listed here, guys, on what we need to do and when we need to do it at the next mile point that we need to do it at. So, right. And the app development has made it substantially easier for us to run our daily operations through the app, because the only thing that we really cannot do from the app is adjust our hours of service. We can't edit, we can't change duty statuses. I would love to say that's coming in the future. It was talked about in the DAB group, and there's no foreseeable time frame that that's going to be done. But other than that, the app is an amazing tool. All your contacts are there, your contracts for your lease, everything's on the app. It's insane.
I would say all the contact thing, but I'm not going to put those numbers out there.
No, not yet.
So,
if you want those contacts, apply to Prime today.
Yes. So going to RJ's comment, that we're here for any input that you want, and we wish you nothing but the best at rail. You know, they may have changed since my buddy went out there. I don't know, because I haven't had any interest in even looking at it, because I'm very content with what I am at Prime right now. But all I can say is I wish you the very best. And we're still going to be here to support you no matter what, and give you any information that you might need any questions, we'll be happy to answer.
RJ, and yes, and RJ, if you have any issues, if you will check down the description below, if you have any issues with rail, check down the description below, reach out to Dustin Hensley, and give him a shout, and see why that Prime didn't seem interested in you. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. Communication is key. Reach out, network with people. You're not bothering anybody. It is their job to get you here, okay? So don't feel like you're being an inconvenience or anything. They are going to be there. But even if you go with rail, RJ, 100% we want you to succeed. Doesn't matter what company you're in. So it's we don't look at you any other way other than family and as a driver.
I'm the same way, Fearless. I don't have any mechanical background, but my dad was a decent mechanic back in the day. Now he's a farmer. But I want to keep my equipment maintained and in as proper condition as I can.
Jaded says I'll probably...
Yeah, I was about to say about his comment about had his CDL for 13 years and never let it lapse, so that he doesn't have that auto restriction, which that's an amazing thing.
Right.
See, I know how to drive a manual. I'm just not legally licensed to drive one because my dad's got 4 of them now, but at the time whenever I was on the farm with him, he only had 3. So driving a manual is nothing for me. It's just, if I were to go get that restriction removed, I would just have to learn the double clutch because I just always floated.
Yep. Jaded also says I'll probably stick with Prime because they're the ones that gave me a chance. That's awesome. Mr. David Mac Cardinal says I also slayed termites, Jacob, in my younger years.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get to that one. I did that for right at a year, and like me and him were talking about just smarter. And then in the video with him, I've dealt with a lot of amazing people, and then it's honestly crazy to see because you go to some people's houses, their house is absolutely infested. They're having one of the worst times of their life because their home is overrun by termites. And you would think they would have such a horrible attitude, but they're still positive and upbeat about it.
I'm very worried now because we keep talking about termites. I just built the house last year. I'm just really worried about this.
Don't worry.
Got me freaking out.
Whenever I go, I'll do the inspection for you, make sure there's no termites. I still know what to look for.
Do it at the New Year's party. All right, so Melvin says I prefer flatbed, but if I wanted to switch to reefer 6 months later, can you with Prime?
Most definitely.
Melvin, I've had trainees switch from flatbed to reefer in the middle of their training.
But I will say this: if you go through PSD at Prime and you're on flatbed, if you don't want to do an extra 15,000 miles of training on a reefer, you have to be solo for at least a year.
Yeah.
Because I had a friend of mine that was looking to switch to reefer from flatbed, and he spoke with one guy. I'm not going to mention anybody's name.
So before the year solo mark, they're going to make you do 15K.
He still hasn't even reached his 1 year mark, but he's still wanting to stay flatbed now. But when he spoke to one of the higher ups, they informed him that he doesn't have his year solo, so he would have to do 15,000 miles with a trainer.
Right.
So at this point, he was hell bent on coming to reefer, and at that time, I was going to be team driving with Country Trucker Brad, which I have some videos with him on my channel and his channel. His link is in those videos.
Yeah.
So the plan was, after I finished with him, because he actually spoke with him, I wasn't a trainer yet, but they were going to be okay with him team driving on my truck for 15,000 miles to get that reefer experience.
Right, exactly.
But he ultimately ended up deciding to stay flatbed.
Right, I got you. So, Primetime Fits, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Let's see, we're going down the list here.
Oh, RJ said, sorry, I never applied to Prime.
Well, RJ, hey, brother, believe me, will keep us in your back pocket, man.
Yes.
Just in case things don't work out, we're always here.
And like I said, the Discord link is in this chat way up towards the top. I can actually post it again if it's still there.
See, Jade says, okay, you already said that about the 13 years, okay.
So,
Fearless.
like I said, I'm going to put in the Discord link again. Y'all join that. If y'all have any questions, please reach out to us.
Yep. Fearless says that's cool. They have the maintenance schedule in the app. Is very cool. Let's see. Ryan says,
TNT and I'm leasing a truck. Any tips for time management with clocks? That can be a very lengthy subject on time management. with your clocks. But my general rule of thumb is I try to stay within 8 to 8.5 hours of driving time per day, because
Right.
at the end of the week, before you start gaining recaps, you're still going to have an hour or two buffer on your 70-hour.
And I have really been meaning to get this video out there about the clock management as far as being efficient. So just like Jacob just said, when you start with your clock, a fresh 70-hour clock, you have 70 hours across the board.
Right.
That 70-hour clock, so let's talk about the way Prime works, okay? Because every company is a little bit different depending on the time zone that they're working in. So Prime works off the central time zone. So when you start with a fresh 70-hour clock, say you start Wednesday morning, okay? That 70-hour clock is not good for 7 days. It's good for 8 days.
Correct.
On the day of midnight on the 8th day. So Wednesday, okay? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at midnight. Wednesday at midnight, whatever you drove Wednesday before, after midnight, you get those hours back. That's on duty and drive time.
As soon as it clicks over to Thursday,
Yep.
you're getting that time back that you used the week prior.
And that's on duty and drive time together. So, and I'm going to do a video on this explaining a little bit more in depth. But if you take 70 and you divide it by 8, that's 8.75. So to keep your hours balanced, you guys, one of the biggest things in trucking that will make you more money than anything, and I can promise you this, is being available for dispatch. If you're not available and you don't have time to run, you cannot make money.
Correct.
Nobody makes money sitting in a truck stop parking
And it
lot.
doesn't pay. You know, some loads, you're going to have to burn your 11-hour drive clock
Exactly.
every day. But you don't want to get into the habit of doing that every day, because you're either A, not going to get long runs, which means not a lot of money, or you're B, going to be forced into a 34-hour reset, which means that's a full
For a day and a half.
full day, and then another 10 hours you're not running.
For almost a day and a half, you're going to be stuck at the end of the week not being able to drive. So every day that you drive from 12 midnight to 12 midnight Central Time with Prime, you want to put no more than 8 hours and 45 minutes total drive time and on-duty time.
Correct.
So when you talk about on-duty time, we'll talk about there's several different statuses
Loading,
you need to be on duty.
fueling,
Fueling,
post-trip, pre-trip, whatever
yep,
you do.
Yep. Your 2 inspections a day, your pre-trip and your post-trip, one needs to be on duty. Fueling needs to be on duty, and loading and unloading needs to be on duty. The other thing that people forget about that you need to be on duty for is if you get pulled into a scale house to show
Correct.
paperwork, or you get pulled over by an officer of the law, you have to be in an on-duty status. Or if you stop to check anything on your trailer, your truck, anything, if you're on the side of the road, okay, if you're in a parking lot somewhere and you are caught checking something on your trailer, you need to be in on-duty status. So, guys, you want to keep that at that 8 hours and 45 minutes total driving on duty every 24-hour period.
Very useful thing on the reefer side, Scott, is the split on duty.
Now, and they've also implemented the 7.3.
Yes.
You have the 7.3 now, and you also get to pause your 14-hour clock after 2 hours. So there's a lot of different things that they did back in 2018 the FMCSA updated for the hours of service. Right. So it's a whole, like I said, we've got to get into this with a whole big video because it's so in depth. Right. I mean, there's so much stuff that you can do. 8.2 split, 7.3 split. It's insane. There's so much stuff that you can do with your clock. So
and then like what I do is whenever I'm going through, and if I get pulled into a weigh station, you know, just keep on driving through. If I get pulled in either for an inspection or to go show my paperwork, I go off duty and then I go on duty, but it doesn't have a drop down menu, so I just type in POE inspection, which is port of entry.
Yep.
And if I get pulled over, which I've never had that happen, get pulled over by an officer for a random inspection, there is a drop down menu in your on duty section, roadside inspection.
Yep.
And because if you get pulled over for any inspection, they will check your logs. And they will have you send them their
99% of the time they will check
every
your logs.
inspection I've had, I send them my logs.
Right.
Every time I was good to run.
Yep. Sometimes they'll just look at them and give them right back to you. Sometimes they'll want you to send the E-rods over on email.
Every time it was a send the E-rods.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different, and Prime's really good. They give us manuals and classes and stuff like this to teach you guys this stuff, and it's something that take advantage of it because this information's out there and you guys need to know it.
Brian said the first truck he learned to drive was a 1987 cab over KW at the age of 14 and rebuilt his first cat motor at 16. That is amazing.
The question I want to know, Brian, is do you still have the truck? That's what I want to know.
Yes. And if you do, you need to send a picture of that truck to both of us on Discord.
Exactly. Let's see. Prime will have bringing a truck to Pittston to test out in a manual. So Brian, you're saying that you're going to be testing out in the manual, is that correct?
That would be, I wish I would have known that was an option, because I definitely would have done that.
Heavy Metal Hall says, I let my CDL lapse 3 years ago. Wish I wouldn't have done that, but I'm about to get it back here at Prime. That's what's up, brother. Yeah, we're shooting for you, man.
Oh yeah, Scott, every officer that I've had to send my logs to, they always explain me how, because I just, like, hey, how do I do this?
Jaden says, I used to get in trouble for floating the gears smoother than many people. I even float gears on the bike. So there was a huge study done a few years back. I'm going to get to your comment as soon as he's done with this. There's a study done a few years back, and I'll have to actually try to post a link in the description. You actually hurt your clutch and your throwout bearings more by floating than you do double clutching. And I know it's so easy to float gears when you're talking about a manual, because you adjust your RPMs with your fuel, and you just push that shifter right in or pull it right out. You don't even have to touch the clutch, but you actually put more wear and tear on your clutch and your throwout bearings and everything, and your synchronizers, versus just actually double clutching. So obviously nobody wants a left Popeye leg, and that's usually what you end up getting with your double clutching,
especially in traffic.
So I learned, and me and my wife both learned on like a 94 FLD, and it was Big Red. It was a 10-speed and had the splitter and everything, and that thing drove like a shit can on wheels. It was terrible, and it couldn't pay. It passed the DOT inspection. I don't even know why they even test out on that thing, but like you get down there, so
that way you can tell them what all is wrong.
Well, yeah, we got down there, and we were like, hey, the power steering box is probably not secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, not leak. Well, it is leaking, and he looks at you and he says, it's not leaking, and I'm like, okay, it's not leaking. Yes, sir. Moving on. So yeah, no, it was bad.
Okay, yeah, it's properly filled to manufacturer specifications.
It was bad.
So yes, RJ, we both have the tanker endorsement. I'm not sure whether other tanker endorsements you have, but
doubles and triples.
See, I want to get them.
Hazmat.
I want to get all of my endorsements just to say I got them all.
My hazmat actually has to be renewed, but yes, we have that, so it's not actually active right now.
Most importantly, for the hazmat, I want to have that just so I can have that X endorsement.
We also have a TWIC card.
Yes.
So,
that's another requirement by Prime. If you don't have a TWIC card, they have a TWIC office at every terminal to get your TWIC card.
Yep. When you get your permit, you'll get when you get your permit before you come to Prime or any trucking company.
Oh, and to come to Prime, you have to have your tanker endorsement.
Yep.
Because on Flatbed, I've hauled.
I just got through hauling a load of
250-gallon totes of that dye they used to color.
Goes down to Florida. Yep, from Ames, out of Iowa.
Yeah. Yep. Biocolor.
Color biotics.
BASF.
Yep.
From I hauled mine from Ames, Iowa.
We also
somewhere in South Carolina.
We also hauled de-icer too up to the northwestern states.
I haven't hauled that. The only thing I've hauled was those.
And you know they made me tarp that.
What?
They made me tarp those containers, those plastic containers.
Are you serious?
I was like, dude, you gotta be. I was so ready to, because I had a step deck. I didn't even have to do X straps on the front because it was behind the drop.
Right.
I was like, yes, man, 2 over the front, 2 over the back, 1 over. I was like, man, 9 straps, I'm out of here. They're like, you gotta tarp that, and I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, you gotta tarp it. I was like, okay, Goose Frappa. There's always a reason for everything.
Y'all are testing the limitations of my medication.
Dude, that load was going up to North Dakota, right up on the Montana border.
Yep.
And there was a huge storm coming in. When I took that tarp off, I was like you, getting blown away. That thing turned into a parasail, and I was like trying to hold it back. And I was like, why are we doing this? This is so freaking retarded.
But at least you didn't get drugged 40 yards like my twig ass.
Exactly. I had enough weight to hold it down. But the forklift drivers, they're sitting there like waiting on me. I'm like, well, if you guys wouldn't make me tarp this, you wouldn't be sitting here waiting. They're getting mad at me, I'm like, dude, jeez.
Okay, so Brian, I thought Pittston had a TWIC office, but apparently not. It's been so long since I've been inside the Pittston terminal, man.
RJ, would I recommend you getting them? Yes, I recommend. If you guys are just getting into the industry, get everything you can.
Yes.
Get your tanker, get your hazmat, get your TWIC card, which Prime makes it easy to get your TWIC card, okay?
They do.
Get your doubles and triples, get your passport, get whatever you can get.
I'm going to be working on getting my passport as soon as I can, and if the DMV has any openings, whenever I go home, I'm actually going to get my doubles and triples.
Yep. Guys, I mean, you do not want to shortchange yourself. Be available for any position that you might want.
And like I said, whenever you had that CDL in your pocket, if you get it through Prime,
who's to say
if you get just what they require, you can go almost anywhere. But if you get every single endorsement and you have that experience, you can go anywhere you want.
Okay, so say, let's do a scenario here. Say you and RJ are sitting within 50 miles of each other. Okay, there's a load that is actually 100 miles away from each of you. Okay, it's a hazmat load. Jacob has his hazmat, but you don't. That load pays $6,500 for 3 days worth of work. Guess who's just going to go to? The guy that has the hazmat endorsement. Whereas if you had it, whoever gets empty first is the one that's going to get that load.
Correct.
So you actually have a chance. So you're actually losing out money by not making yourself available for other different types of freight.
See, whenever I came to Prime last year, they only required me to get my CDL permit before I came out. And they asked if I had a twig card, which I did, from when I was in the oil field back in the day. So they didn't require me to get the passport, which is something I'm still looking into. But it's not necessarily for Prime, because yes, they have freight that goes into Canada, but the fuel is expensive.
But with a passport, I mean, there's so much, like when you have to take a flight or you go into a port of entry or something that doesn't require a twig, they would rather see that passport versus your regular ID. I mean, that thing is like a one-stop shop for everything.
Exactly.
So it's a really good to have.
So if they see that passport, they know, okay, yeah, this is legit.
Let's see.
Get your passport.
Robert.
Global entry.
Yeah, Robert says not in SLC. Robert, they're working to get all the terminals in sync where they can do everything that the Prime terminal in Springfield does. So they're working on it, guys.
So that's actually some pretty good information, Jim. I really do appreciate that. Does Prime have loads? Yes, Fearless. Prime does have loads that go into Canada.
It's mostly French fries and gravy.
Correct.
That's
and flowers.
And flowers, yeah. They know all about it. No, seriously, they do have Canadian loads, and they do transfer loads as well, going across the Mexican borders and stuff like that. So, Flatbed actually hauls a lot of loads that came from Mexico over the Laredo line into Texas.
And I've actually hauled loads. I hauled that one load down to Laredo. I brought it to the Laredo yard to get the trailer inspected, and then brought it to another drop lot, like a quarter mile from the border, and had someone was going to bring it to Patron Spirits in Nuevo Laredo, I think is how you say it, Mexico.
Right. Yep. See, a Fearless, yes, and you have to have a passport or enhanced driver's license. Or the Canada is going to require proof of COVID shots to cross over. Well,
really?
If that's the case, Brian,
I'm not going to Canada.
We won't be going to Canada.
Nope.
So
that's all we're saying.
And yeah, exactly. And if you guys do have the COVID shot, more power to you. I have no reservations towards that at all, except for that, you know, my thoughts are my thoughts, and your thoughts are your thoughts. Not a
problem, RJ. That's what we're here for. We're here to share our thoughts and opinions and give any help that we can.
Exactly. Much love, RJ. 100%. That's what it's all about. Because, guys, you know, the level of the information that's being put out on YouTube is so vast now. You know, with everything evolving, the way the media and social media structure is going, this stuff is at your fingertips. But it's all about you guys reaching out and finding it. You know, and that's what we're doing is. We're not getting paid right now to do this. We're not.
No.
We could be sleeping. We could be playing video games. We could be watching a movie. We could be doing whatever. We're here for you guys. Like we wanted to reach out to you guys tonight, and this is what keeps us motivated is you guys' interest in all this.
Exactly.
So, and there's more of us. There's more people like us here that care about your future and want to see you guys succeed. Doesn't matter, like RJ going to rail. Doesn't matter. You know where you guys go. We still want you to succeed. Just because you're not coming to Prime doesn't mean that we don't want you to succeed. Here we go with Matt Cardinal and the termites.
Termites and oil field. I also did oil field in the
He was actually, Mr. David, Matt Cardinal, he was actually in Angel's class.
No shit.
When she went in, yeah, so they got to be pretty good friends. Yeah, they were really good. He was really nice. Scott says, I live on the border of Canada.
Oh, and another thing. If y'all, I can't speak for Freight Scanner, but I'm pretty sure he has the same views on this. If y'all see us out at a shipper, receiver, or anywhere, truck stop, whatever, come up and talk to us. We don't bite. We're nice people.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Because I've had a few people that say
it makes my day, man.
Like, hey, I saw you over there. I saw you over there. It's like, why didn't you come say hi?
Yeah.
I'm friendly. I promise.
It makes my day, man. Like every time one of you guys see us and you're like, hey, man, I watch your channel. And
I've actually
that inspiration that inspires us so much.
I've actually had students at Prime whenever I was getting the Cajun lady.
Right.
Whenever I was doing all my paperwork. I was going into the terminal to grab me a bite to eat. while I start, before I start moving everything from the green weenie to the Cajun lady.
The green weenie.
So I'm walking into the terminal and some guy stops me and we just chit-chatting, and I didn't want to be an ass and ask him who he was because I didn't recognize him.
Yeah.
And then when we finished up our little conversation, he said, "Man, I love watching your videos." That shit that shit makes my day.
Yeah, because we could be in like a 3 or 4 day slump, and you
Yeah.
hear something like that, and you're like, "Man, I'm ready to go make a video now. Like
Exactly.
I'm ready to do
And
this."
the same thing happened that same day whenever I was going through the line to bring my inspection paperwork.
Yep. You're just popular, man. You're just a rock star.
Not like you, bro. You got like 3 times the subscribers I got.
Whatever. These guys love you, man. They're in here. They're eating this up with you, man. They love it.
I may be popular, but not as popular as old freight skater here.
Brian says we'll come to Pittston then. Brian, believe me, if we could get up there to Pittston
If
right
I
now, we
could,
would
bro,
be there,
I
man,
really
right now.
would, because
We would
I
come
want to
see
meet
you.
as many of y'all as possible.
Joseph, what's up, man? Good to see you, man.
What's up, Joseph?
Freight Skater and JDQ reaching out to you. What's up, brother?
But like I said, I want to meet as many of y'all as possible. And if I have the chance, if I'm able to, I will try everything in my power.
Most
to be able
definitely,
to.
most definitely. And that's why we make ourselves accessible to you guys, is because when you guys email us or you text us or you call us and you have that concern or question, there's nothing. There was a post the other day on
Which
one of the
I
trucking
actually
pages.
do need to make an email so I can put separate from my personal
Right.
and my business email that's used for
Right.
my payroll stuff and shit like that, so I can start putting into my description so
Exactly.
people can actually reach
Yep.
out to me that don't have Discord.
Exactly. And another thing too, guys, is I wanted to say
Happy
this.
Thanksgiving, Joseph.
Yep, happy Thanksgiving, brother. There was somebody that reached out the other day in one of the trucking groups, and I'm trying to think of what post I was thinking about. Like I got caught up with the email thing. I'm trying to think about what in the world. Here I go, let my age show again. Old timer showing.
ADHD.
Yeah,
I like to
it
call
is. It's squirrel. What in the world was I thinking about?
Like me
They
when
said
we was
something.
recording your video and the dude
God.
went ass backwards through the fuel line.
Yeah, you just like straight just went like all over that guy.
Look at this dude.
Oh my gosh, what in the world was I saying, dude? What were we talking about? I gotta rewind. Let me see. What up, my guy? Happy Thanksgiving, brothers. I got nothing, guys. I'm gonna.
About someone was reaching out, he was, putting contact information in the descriptions of our videos.
Yeah, I mean that stuff right there.
And you saw a
keeps,
post in one of the trucking groups reaching out for something.
Yeah, that keeps us motivated, and then I just can't figure out what the post was. I'm trying to remember now.
I swear we was talking about that earlier.
I know. Oh my God, it's so important too. Met JDQ and SLC Terminal, was a great guy to talk to. Yeah, he was, Robert.
Yeah,
He's a really good guy.
It was good to meet you.
He's an amazing person. Next Laredo load met me in San Antonio. Prime has so many content creators. They should have a convention to come meet all the creators. That would be cool, Scott. That would really be cool. Joseph says, what is both of you guys' dream truck? A paid off one.
Yeah. A paid off.
A paid off reliable one. That's my dream truck.
But
if we had if we had a show truck, like play truck, like if it was just like no money was no option.
A stretched super sleeper 389 with a C15 cab.
See, I would do the same thing, but with a hopped up Detroit 60 twin turbo.
Oh, bro, you don't.
KW 900.
Yes, that is between a 389 and a W9.
Yep, and it had the heavy duty axles on it, front and rear. It had the 20,000 pound steer axle. The super sleeper, yeah, because
my buddy has one. It's I forgot what year, but it's a newer Volvo.
They call them large cars.
Yeah,
large
he's
cars.
He's got a newer Volvo, large car, and he used to haul windmills with it. So he ended up stretching it even more than what it was to put the super sleeper on it and put a drop axle. The truck itself is 40 feet long.
Right, that's nice.
Absolutely massive.
That's nice.
But that truck is so fucking
Oh yeah, beautiful.
I
Yeah,
love it.
The thing about it is like the 389s, the 387s, and the W900s, even in the cab overs, like Scott just said, they scream trucking nostalgia. There's nothing more Americana than these classic design trucks when you see them. So we love our fuel efficient Freightliners, aerodynamic Freightliners.
Speaking of a W9, a buddy of mine has one with a cat in it.
Does he?
I need to go find it.
But Caterpillar's like Ducati. When they're running great, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
But man, when they tear up, it's expensive. Holy crap, it's expensive. So I'd love to have an older cab over. Joseph says, "Yep."
Show that.
Check this out, guys.
That truck is absolutely beautiful. I love it.
Beautiful truck.
If I could, I would buy that truck from him.
Yep. So if obviously if it was money was no option, we weren't worried about efficiency or whatever, yes, we would get stupid crazy. I would want one that would just like, I could have my whole family in with the large car, the Super Sleeper, have it bagged, have it dropped where it would drop all the way on the ground every single night.
Where you can't fit a piece of paper between the bottom of the bumper and the ground.
Full LEDs inside and out. I mean, it would just be a show truck, but it would never be a trailer queen. It would always be a work truck. It'd be working every single day. Be hitting the blue beacon like every 2 days, getting the wheels polished. It'd be awesome.
I have not seen that truck, Joseph.
Lights every inch. Yep, exactly.
Chicken lights and chrome, baby.
Yep.
That's where it's at.
Scott, I want it to look like a UFO riding down the road. Brian says, I can email you a pic of the 2001 Cubic and I rebuilt with my brother. It has a cat in it. Yes, definitely, Brian. I'd love to see it, for sure. Send it to me, man. That would be awesome.
You're going to have to send it to me, too.
Yeah, well, you got to get your email. Guys, we need to get JDQ an email. Let's get JDQ an email.
I have emails. I just need to make one for this reason.
He's gonna get it done, guys.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna work on that before, while I'm getting unloaded at 10 in the morning.
Right. Exactly.
Which I woke up at like 4 o'clock this
afternoon. Are you gonna even be able to
yet.
get some sleep?
Fuck no.
Oh my God. So we enjoy this. This is fun for us.
Yeah.
So we love doing this kind of stuff. So let's see what else we got here.
See, because I actually got here like 3 or 4 hours before them. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna hurry up, I'm gonna eat, and I'm going to sleep. So I got like a 4-hour cat nap, and that's about all I'm running on right now.
All right, so Mr. Jim says, since the border crossings in Canada are very slow, they're inspecting everything. American Customs destroyed my trunk just to find a case of beer.
That sucks.
Jim, were you hiding the beer? Did you not offer them a beer, Mr. Jim?
Yeah, that's just not.
Yeah,
right.
it's terrible. Jaded says, I got the shots because of the Petri dishes that I haul in the big yellow can. More power to you, brother. No problem on that. Scott says, I live on the border of Canada here in Buffalo. You do need a COVID shot, and you also need to pay for a rapid test to prove you don't have COVID. And see, that's another thing that I don't like. How they force you to pay for it, and they require it. That bothers me.
Yeah.
It really does. Like, it's already.
Okay, so Jim said he declared his case of beer because you have to declare a lot of.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Why in the world would they tear it apart though if he declared it?
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense. Like, he's being honest with them.
Scott's saying they need to start making email names for me.
I say JDQT at gmail.com.
Or the Cajun Lady.
Cajun Lady at gmail.com. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
But then that's almost like stripper club area. I'd be careful with that. You might have some people reaching out to you that you don't want to be reaching out. Does Prime have a flatbed glass hauling division? We don't have a division, Tom. And by the way, Tom, this is the first time he's seeing you in here. Much love. Thank you for joining. We don't have a flatbed glass hauling division per se. We do haul glass though out of Minnesota. I haven't done it in a few years now, but it's called Viricon. It's a company called Viricon, and we haul it down to the Southwest, usually to San Diego, San Francisco, stuff like that. Really good paying stuff. But I haven't hauled it in quite some time. And I know Maverick has a huge glass contract.
They have a specific glass division.
Exactly. It's a whole set of trailers just for glass, just drivers that just run glass. So please check out the Trucking Life's truck. It's set up like the old Bel Air. Oh man, that's got to be awesome. JDQ stupid autocorrect.
Hold on.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
I gotta go back and look.
I don't think Heavy Metal meant it like that. I think he was saying something else. Fearless says we have a 60 Series Detroit and a rescue truck.
So hang on, Heavy Metal. What did you mean by that?
Automatic all-wheel drive. It's a rocket on takeoff. I love the Detroit. You know what they say, Ferris? If there's no oil under them, there's no oil in them.
Damn straight.
But Detroits are, man, so reliable.
With them type of trucks, all you gotta do is just change the oil filter every 40,000 miles.
Yeah. Well, when these trucks, the brand new ones, the DD15s, the brand new ones, we got like what 75,000 mile intervals.
And I don't do that. I do 50 max.
I do 75. Never had a problem.
But
like, seriously, I swear to God, I just follow the maintenance. That's what the warranty states.
That's what I'm saying. Heavy Metal hauls. I didn't see anything that came from you. That's why I was asking what you had meant. to scroll back to go look.
On the PCR test, I got mine in Orlando Park, Illinois. They charged my insurance. I paid for full Dodgers code as a possible exposure, but told me to show Canadian Customs page 1 of the test. Okay. Ferris said it, Joseph. That truck is awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
But yeah, I just find that $75,000 is a bit excessive. But that's just my point of view.
All I'm saying is follow the system, bro.
I do it. I just do it before.
Well, he's exceeding protocol.
Prolonging
Truck
the life
drivers.
of my motor is what I like to call it.
Truck drivers are extremely disrespected. Wish more people would show you guys the love and respect that you all have earned. Joseph, and you know what we've come to. The thing about it is too is like most people don't understand with us being prime, we are the severe underdogs of the industry. We are looked at as noobs. Like it doesn't matter. Like we could be out here for 20 years in this truck.
We're still noobs.
We're still noobs. They look at you, they see that logo prime, you know, and they just think you're just an idiot right off the hand because we are a training school. And we have a training program. And, you know, the thing about it is like don't judge a book by its cover. And that's what a lot of people do, you know what I mean? And that's what makes us, this group that we have here at Prime, so unique in my eyes is because the majority of us are going to reach out and help each other. Other drivers, doesn't matter who you drive for, we're going to reach out and help people. You know, if you see somebody backing into a lot and they don't have a spotter, we get out and spot them. That guy could have been driving for 11 straight hours other than a 30-minute break, and he's just war slam out, and he can't even see straight to back up. You know, that's what makes us unique, is we're there for each other.
Yeah. And
not just our inner circle, but the outer circle of the industry as well. So, and networking and communication is the #1 positive note out of this entire industry is networking communication. You can get so much from it. I mean, knowledge, contacts, perks. I mean, everything just by networking communication. I mean, it means so much, and it's part of our daily lives. Part of our daily lives.
He said it takes one dummy taking a dump in a bag to throw it out in public to screw it up for everyone. That is.
Yep. Well, you know what they say, one bad apple ruins the entire bunch.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's the way it is. But I can tell you guys this, and we just got through talking about this earlier, was always stay professional, and you get a lot more with sugar than you do spice any day of the week.
That's part of the conversation that we had with Jenna.
Yep. Probably didn't show because it was an email address I misspelled. Okay. They see that logo Prime and they think Amazon. Scott, I still haven't figured out how we haven't had a lawsuit about all that yet.
I think they actually
did. They?
I think.
Is it ongoing or?
I think it is still ongoing.
Yeah.
Because if you
I can tell you what.
There's, you know how some of the trucks say there's a lot more to Prime.
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say.
But on the
back of those trucks,
on the newer trailers, they actually have the Amazon logo aside from the older ones where they didn't.
Okay, so I can tell you this. It is true. There is a lot more to Prime. I'm going to tell you the guys that.
Some would say a truckload more.
Not Amazon Prime. Everybody knows what Jeff Bezos is about. Sam says, is your step deck hauling better in any certain area? Do you see it as better payload than reefer drive and tanker? Sam, I can go and tell you, reefer has a severe advantage at Prime for one reason, okay? That's high val. Yeah. That's high val pharmaceuticals and anything that could be potentially hazmat or anything like that. Guys, those loads pay crazy bank, okay, for reefer.
And we appreciate it, Joseph, very much. Much love to you.
What did he say?
I want all professional drivers to know I do respect everything y'all do for us. I will always give semi-trucks a wide berth on the road.
Yeah, we do appreciate that, Joseph. Thank you so much. But reefer does have an advantage. But guys, let me tell you something. Prime's not in the game for their divisions to one profit more than the next. So it is tough for them to try to get everything balanced. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing a number video, but I can tell you this. We've made fantastic money on the flatbed side this year. And I'm talking about fantastic money.
Right.
Like, ask anyone.
It's the greatest thing ever.
It's the greatest thing ever.
I was waiting.
The only reason I would ever go reefer, okay, and we were talking about this yesterday with Junior Honduras, and I've even told Jacob this. The only reason I would,
if Junior's in here. I think he just
I
popped
think
in,
he's,
showed
yeah,
his
he,
little
he
eyeballs
does.
and he left.
He does, but and that's cool. He's the king of the reefers. That's a really good guy too.
I think he got a little bit camera shy whenever we started calling him out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
telling everyone to go watch his video.
He didn't want the paparazzi. The paparazzi coming in. But the only reason I would go reefer, guys, is if Angel decides to stay out here long term. Because, guys, I love flatbed. When I say I love flatbed, 100%. But I love my wife more. So if we get to a point to where we're running consistently and she wants to be on the truck more after her training period is up, we will probably end up going reefer or tanker. So, and the reason being is because there's no point in me spending 4 hours a day, 3 hours a day loading and unloading when I could be spending the time with her. So it's one of those things that, you know, I love flatbed. Flatbed's always going to be in my blood, but, you know, I'd rather spend more time with my wife than I would, you know, hauling a certain type of trailer. But the money all evens out, if that answers your question. Prime's going to make sure that you're taken care of, and as long as you're doing your part 100%, they're going to do their part 100%. I mean, it's a working system. They don't benefit by you not making money. I can go ahead and tell you that right now. So, yep. Scott says they spend big money on all divisions. Look at the new tanker terminal they're building. Exactly. I mean, it's just, you know, it takes time to add to these divisions, add to this. You know, when they see an issue, it takes time to solve it. Have you ever worked for Landstar? No, Joseph, I haven't.
It's been the only trucking company I worked for.
Both of us. Yeah, both of us. But I do have a buddy of mine, several buddies of ours work at Landstar. We do get to see those rates, and we do get to see the opportunities that are over there. And we know that they're there, okay? But we also know that that is not a contract-based company. You know, you guys got to look at this. The spot market, when it's good, it's great. When it's terrible, it's horrible. Okay? Prime doesn't have that issue. It stays at a nice solid average all the time. So I never made as much money in the trucking industry as I did during 2020. During the whole COVID pandemic was insane. And I was flatbed. I was not considered essential. You know, I think we brought home like $186,000 last year. I mean, that was crazy during a pandemic. You know, and I'm not saying that because, you know, and yes, I was a trainer, but I'm not saying that because I'm trying to give you guys numbers or false hope. I'm saying that because during all that crap, I mean, there was 900 plus trucking companies. And when I say trucking companies, I'm saying 100 trucks or less that went under.
Yeah.
I mean, and we kept running like that. It was insane. I mean, it was insane that we were able to sustain that. The support you get from Prime is worth more than any more revenue you get from Landstar. I gotta agree, Scott.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying that I haven't thought about leaving, you know, because I see my solo buddies that they run 2,800 miles and they bring home $6,000, and I'm like, man, that must be nice. That must be nice. And then like I start looking at my average, and I may look at some of their averages, and I'm like, they can't touch these numbers. You know what I'm saying? They just can't. I mean, yes, there are certain things that I wish we could work towards changing here at Prime. Of course there is. But am I ready to jump up and take off? No, not at all. I mean, it doesn't mean that you're always looking, but let me tell you something, guys. I can tell you 90% of the people that leave Prime are coming right back every single time.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that there's not other opportunities out there.
I know one guy personally. He left to go to JB Hunt, and he was there for 3 months, and he's back at Prime now.
What are you talking about? We know one guy personally right here, Scott Williams.
Yeah.
Scott's coming back.
I say personally as in met in person and talked to regular.
So you don't want to meet Scott?
I do.
Okay.
I never said I don't. I said I want to meet everyone
you said
if
personally,
I
like,
can.
as if you're not going to have a personal relationship with this guy.
Shut up. I don't have a personal relationship with Scott yet. Because I know we will run into each other eventually.
I'm raising my hand. I'm coming back. That's right, Scott. High five, brother. And he says, Joseph says, I feel a lot of people just don't see what our drivers sacrifice with products on the shelf. That's the thing about it is everybody that comes into this industry, they see, like me and Jacob, they see Junior, they see Eric and Jenna. They think everything is just rainbows and unicorns. Like it's just all perfect. We're dressed nice. We look great. You know, we have our issues. We have our sacrifices. But you guys got to remember, not only do we sacrifice our livelihoods out here on the road to do this, our family sacrifice at the same time. I mean, I got 4 little girls that I didn't get to see for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
My son's in San Diego. I didn't get to spend Thanksgiving with him. You know, so it's tough. You know, I mean, it really is. But when you look at it as overall, this industry is so vast, and there's so much money out here to be made. Money can never replace the time with your family, but when you're able to provide your family with a life that you almost cannot get anywhere else unless you hit the lottery or you just get super lucky in the stock market. I mean, guys,
we really appreciate it.
It's insane. Yes, Joseph, we do appreciate it 100%. And just hearing that gives us that drive to get back up tomorrow and keep doing it. You know,
exactly. It's just little things like that push us to keep doing what we do.
And we appreciate you guys being here 100%, because you guys are a lot of our drive for doing what we do.
And especially since this was just such a spur of the moment thing, and seeing how many people are here just to listen to us just shoot the shit.
There's Stephen Welch. He's been following the channel for a while. Stephen, what's going on, man?
What's going on, Stephen?
He says, a lot of your drivers at Prime have inspired me to join Prime in about a year or 2 years. And that's what it's all about, Stephen.
Awesome.
It's about giving you guys that real view, and you know, everything's not always going to work in our favor at Prime. We know that. You know,
right.
I mean, we're not always going to get the better end of the deal all the time. But when you start looking at overall averages from day one of the fiscal year to the last day of the fiscal year, and you can take that and you can make sure that you can look at what you've actually worked toward. I mean, in 3 years, we bought 2 vehicles, a house, put 3 kids in braces. I mean, it's insane. I mean, Prime has opened up a whole world of opportunities for us. You know, like I said, it might not be a right fit for everybody, but it's definitely the best start I feel like you could ever have in the industry if you're coming in brand new to it. So let's see what he says here. Don't forget the movie star Travis Kinley.
I'm surprised he ain't in here yet.
Travis definitely, he is a go-getter, man. He's got a level of enthusiasm I can't even match, man.
Yeah.
Steven says the only reason I'm waiting is because my 15-year-old daughter graduated 2 years after this year. Steven, man, do what's best for you. I can promise you, it's
handle
gonna
your stuff at home.
Exactly.
You come out
And we talked about that earlier. Prepare, tie up all your loose ends. You know, get ready to do what you got to do, and make sure your family's taken care of. I mean, guys, I left for Prime 7 days after my 4th daughter was born. That was the toughest day that I have ever encountered in my entire life. Was watching my wife and babies cry. I'm crying. You know, sitting on top of an airport parking deck, and I'm walking towards a plane to leave them. I mean, you're talking about me and my wife had been married for 11 years, and 11, almost 12 years, never have spent a day apart, never. And I'm walking away from them for 3 months, potentially 3 months. So, and it took us 2 years of planning to make that happen. So it's definitely, you got to have it right, man. I mean, you got to have it right. You got to know what you want. You got to be committed to it.
Exactly.
Don't start it and stop, because I promise you, when you get to that back end, the possibilities are endless, and it's going to be so worth it. I promise you it will be. That I can't tell you how many guys, I mean, I'm a big guy, okay? 6'1", 350 pounds. But I can't tell you how many times I've been crying in that bunk going to bed at night over my family. I mean, I really do.
So going to what Joseph said, that's an amazing thing that you do. And I know they appreciate it, and we even appreciate it. We've never had that done for us. Is little things like that can make somebody.
Oh yeah, definitely, Joseph. I just read the comment, man. That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's awesome. And it does make their day, man. And people like you give us that drive to continue doing what we do every day. Thank you so much. Steven says, I want to go local and then go on the road after she graduates. Steven, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's
exactly
amazing. So that way when you're local, you can be home almost every night, if not every single night. And then when she graduates, chase your dream and go over the road.
Exactly. Because once there's nothing, like my son now, he's 19 and he'll be 20 next year, and he's on a pathway to create a lifestyle and a career that's self-sustaining for him. And he's on his own now, you know.
Yeah. There's
nothing more rewarding than watching your kids flourish, you know, and knowing that they don't have to be up under your wing anymore. But
right.
It's not saying that I don't miss them, and I still like it when they need me every now and then, you know. I mean, I got my 2 oldest are Michael and Michaela, and they, you know, they're so self-sufficient now that it's kind of crazy. But, you know, being as a dad or a mom or in this industry, you still look at your kids like they're your babies. You know, you always will.
Yeah.
If I have experience in local driving, what kind of training will I need with Prime? Steven, it's just all based on your recruiter, who you talk to, how long you've been driving. They're gonna give you that. Sometimes it's 10,000 miles. Sometimes they'll want you to be 30,000 miles just to get that OTR experience for the different terrains and the different environments and stuff like that. So, but let me tell you guys, that 30K flies by. I mean, it flies. It doesn't matter what division you're in, it flies by. And
like I said,
you think it's
50,000 I did. It only took 10 weeks, and we were broke down for 2 of those weeks, so it really flew by.
Yep. I wish they would bring 50,000 back. I feel a lot better with my guys getting out of my truck at 50,000 miles versus 30.
Here they go and sharing their fucking driver codes again.
Oh, it's toll booth Jimmy. Jeez. Wow. You can see who's here for you and who's here for the referral, guys.
Yeah,
I'm
no
just letting
shit,
you know. Fearless says, I'm doing exactly what you're talking about. I'm trying to tie up loose ends of the work I have, making sure wife is taken care of and working on my truck. I'm taking to Prime. Exactly, Ferris, man. I mean, we support you 100%, brother. 100%. Scott says, local is very hard work. Trust me, 12 hours a day, almost every day, packing 10 times a day in spots that truck doesn't belong.
Yeah.
Scott, I know, man. I know several people that are doing local, and one of my trainees right now is actually local out of Tennessee, and he said it's the hardest he's ever worked. I mean, guys, kudos to you guys. Much love, because you guys really do. You guys hump it. I mean, I don't know how in the world you do it.
Yeah,
I've thought about doing local. I don't think I could do anything more than like being a mailman or something.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
It's insane.
She said she didn't want to be on camera, so she's sleeping.
Yeah, she's sleeping right now, Jimmy. Don't be sorry, Joseph. Man, hey, it takes all of us to work, man. I mean, we're blessed, man. Believe me, there's a lot of other people out here that have way worse than us, man.
Like I was telling him, I would rather stay on the road for Thanksgiving and be home for Christmas rather than
exactly.
miss Christmas.
Exactly. So we're very blessed, man. Don't feel bad for us at all, man. We got each other.
Yeah.
I got the wifey here. My kids are taken care of. They're happy. They're healthy.
If it wouldn't be for him, I'd be in my truck by myself all day.
We're both each other's saviors tonight.
Yeah. And almost every other night when you're about to fall asleep.
Do you know anything about the Pete's that Prime has? Sam,
shit.
they're...
I am not going to wake her up. You are more than welcome to wake her up and tell her Topo's got 20 bucks.
I'm not waking her up. It's going to take more than $200 to get her out of that bunk. I mean, $20 to get her out of that bunk, I promise you. You start talking about 2 bands, maybe. She might get up.
Don't start your shit, Will, because he's probably going to do it.
So Sam, they do, the only Peterbilts that they offer are 579s.
Right.
And they have the Packer engines in them. They do not have the Cummins engines in them anymore. They do have the Packers. The Peterbilts are extremely freaking nice.
They are.
Okay,
and they ride like a Cadillac.
They ride like a Cadillac. They feel solid on the inside. They have all the bells and whistles and the chrome trim and all that stuff stock.
And you can get if you order, you can get the chicken lights on it too.
You can get anything on it. But guys, I'm gonna tell you this. There's a reason that Robert Lowe's majority of his fleet is Freightliners.
No, they are not, Topo. They're not going to be taking orders until after the first of the year.
If that soon.
For Pete's.
If that soon.
Yeah.
Because they've got a plan in place to start recirculating trucks, purchasing extra warranties on trucks to keep them in the thing.
That's what I heard.
I got to use the restroom, guys. I'm going to leave you guys with Jacob for a minute. I've been holding this for 97 minutes now? I got to go.
Jeez.
I'll be right back. I'm about to explode. Holy crap. I was going to end the live, but I'm like, man, this is too good. So
yeah, we've been going too far into it.
You guys give Jacob hell. I'll be right back.
I love the move. Oh yeah, that's the only thing that's... I'm not sorry. He's grabbing the steering wheel and moving all over the place. Easy, Philip. But, god damn it, Will. Gotta figure out his damn mount now. Okay. So yeah, that's the only thing that I don't like about the Peterbilts is the extremely small fridge. Because in my Freightliner, I have a 4.4 cubic foot fridge, which is absolutely massive. I wouldn't say they should get rid of Pete because they are pretty reliable trucks. But the only thing is whenever something goes wrong, you have to bring it to a dealership to get repaired. Whereas with a Freightliner, you can bring it to any TA Petro and they can work on it. I've been driving, it'll be my 2-year mark, July 9th of this year. Oh, damn Yeah, my 2-year mark is going to be July 9th of 2022. That's on him. I'm not doing nothing, toll booth. I'm just sitting here. Y'all can see. She can go watch the replay and prove. Jaded Prime is actually not taking any orders for new Peterbilts, but they still do have a lot of Peterbilts, 2020, 2019s. I still think they have some 2019s in circulation, but they still have those out. But it's mainly Freightliners for lease trucks. Yeah, the fridge was a bit of a trick. I ended up, so if it's a brand new fridge, leave it in the box. So I opened up the passenger door, flipped both my armrests up, sat it down in the seat and kind of leaned it up against the windshield. Went around to the driver's side, bear hugged it, put it in there, laid it on the mattress, opened up the bottom of it, and then sat it back down and just pulled the box straight up off of it and was able to finagle it onto the mounting plate. Yes, Togo, they do have some KWs. I'm not sure if they're lease or company trucks, but they do have a few KWs in circulation. Prime is 99% automatic transmission trucks, but if you order a lease purchase truck, you can order it with a manual. You just have to pay your entire $14,000 down payment at the time that you order the truck. And obviously whatever other options you want, that's also tacked on. You have to pay that. Or if you've been leasing for a year, I think it is, you can put all of your options on a 10-week payment plan to where they just take it out of your settlement every week until those options are paid off. No, I actually know another guy. He's a lease purchase flatbed driver. He actually has a 2020 Peterbilt that's a mid-roof, and it's not automatic, it's a manual transmission. Yes, he is selling his manual transmission. He's going to be running an automatic, and he's got a lot of big stuff in motion for the future. I'm not going to give any more spoilers than what y'all are doing, so you'll just have to go watch his video and find out. That's good enough. He can fix it when he gets back. He messed it up. Yeah, well, the one guy that I know personally, I know him from the Facebook group, and we message him back and forth every now and then, and he loves his manual. He wouldn't do anything other than that. I don't think Prime is allowing anybody to lease a truck from California. That's what I've been told of. Everyone from California is not able to lease because of some stupid thing that they have in California. No, I'm not going to do that. This ain't my truck. I'm not that much of an ass. I feel like it's making it easier for steering wheel holders to get into the industry. Not necessarily, because a lot of steering wheel holders, they don't even, a lot of them don't make it past 1 or 2 years driving before they just give up because they just can't handle it. But a lot of people that are veteran drivers are actually in automatics now, especially with Prime. Toll Booth, I don't have any whipped cream, and I'm not going back there to see if he has any because I'm not going to wake up his wife. I have been up for far too long, and if I go to sleep now, I'm not going to make my appointment, so I might as well just stay up. It's going to take a lot more than $10 to go in the bunk while she's sleeping. I can promise you that. I can guarantee you ain't got enough money in your bank account to make me go back there while she's sleeping. Steven, that actually is my plan. I plan on lease purchasing a Peterbilt. As soon as I'm able to order one, I'm going to be placing an order for one. Because Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my Freightliner. It just rides like shit. Joseph, he's not going to get me in trouble because I'm not going to do it. I'm a lot smarter than that. I don't feel like getting beat. I'm not going to do that, Joseph. This is not my truck. I'm not going to pour water on somebody else's seat, especially in a truck that's not mine. Sorry, I would be trying to read the comments as they come through from there, but it's just too far away for me to read. As for leasing in California, they passed a law against 1099 drivers just because of the abuse of drivers by the ports. Then I think that is pretty much what it is, Jim. I just couldn't remember exactly what it was, why they don't allow 1099 employees in California, you know, driver-wise. Yes, thank you, Joseph. KWs to be ordered. Would you still order the peanut? I don't know, Steven. I'd actually have, or Scott, I'm sorry. I'd have to see the inside of a KW because I haven't been inside of one yet. And if they come with the comments, I would definitely order a KW.
Let me ask you, bro, do you want anything?
Do I not?
You want anything?
What you talking about?
Do you need anything?
No.
I'll run back there and get it? Okay.
No, I'm good. Yeah, you're going to have to fix your camera because you should the steering wheel like a fucking idiot. You messed it up.
I don't like your tone.
Don't look at me in that tone of voice, motherfucker.
What happened to it?
It's all out of whack.
You gotta do it like that.
Well, I don't know how to operate that mount. I'm not that smart.
Alright. Where are we at?
No, you missed a lot.
Did I?
Fucking Tollbooth Jimmy was trying to get me to pour water on your seat, whipped cream, and I told him, I said, I don't have any whipped cream, and I'm not going back there to seat. Oh, I'll give you $20. You ain't got enough money in your bank account to get me to go back there while she's sleeping.
Wow. Jimmy's like the Dennis Menace of the prime world.
I can already see Jimmy's going to be coming back with some smart-ass comments saying I wasn't supposed to say nothing. Yep, there it goes.
Well, what was it? Is that a turtle?
He calling me a rat.
Oh, a rat. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, don't mess with our boy. Appreciate it, Joseph. Much love, buddy.
But yeah, Scott, I would have to see the inside of a KW. I'm not sure if it's the exact same, but if it comes when it comes, I'm definitely might order a KW.
Joseph said, "Told me, Jim, you're about to get this young man in trouble."
No, I'm a lot smarter than that. I promise.
Did you answer Steven? He said, "Are you going to purchase a truck from Brian?"
Yes.
Okay.
I've got everything answered up to where Tollbooth Jimmy called me a rat.
Okay. My son is doing TNT in one of the KWs.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
How are they liking that KW?
KWs are nice too. They're really, really nice.
Yeah, I haven't seen them up close in person, the ones that Prime has.
Now they are, I'm trying to think, I'd have to pull back up the screenshots from the meeting, but they had some that they had ordered the day cab KWs for the intermodals. And yeah, Mad Cardinal said he loves it. Yeah, they're really, really nice trucks. Just
so,
like the
Tollbooth, what inside video of what? The KW you talking about? Only getting Freightliners because Peterbilt is not taking any more new truck orders for 2022s because they're so far behind with the chip shortage from the pandemic.
Oh, there's so many part shortages. I mean, they're just they were Frankenstein in trucks there towards the end of the year.
I'm not too sure who Super Trucker Dan is, Joseph. So I have not seen his new truck.
But Ferris, another reason that most of Robert Lowe's fleet is Freightliners is just the dependability and reliability and the access nationwide to be able to get these trucks repaired if they go down. Whereas Peterbilt and Kenworth almost always have to go to a dealership. Volvos always have to go to a dealership.
Yeah.
The accessibility of maintenance for these trucks is uncanny compared to anything else. And like I said, like the 2021, knock on wood, that I have, it's got 330,000 miles on it and not a single problem.
Yeah.
So, and it's, these trucks are really, really reliable.
I'm not sure about that toll booth, but I would do an inside video with KW, but I can't get my hands on one to do one.
Right. We'd have to actually be at the terminal long enough to actually go to Leasing and see if we could do a tour of one of the trucks. Because they will let us do that too.
Yeah.
And next time we're actually at the terminal, I'm actually going to do sit down with Drew from Leasing and do like a live and answer a bunch of questions you guys might have as well. So get you guys an inside view of what's going on.
I would do that, but I can't go live on my phone yet.
It's coming, guys. Go to JDQ Transportation and subscribe, guys. Get those subs. He needs. Let's get him up to 1K so he can get that live going. Because I can't wait to see his lives.
I mean, I've done 2 of them, and they're both from my laptop, but that's a whole shit show on its own to get set up.
Damn, you guys still going? Hell yeah! Tim
Yeah,
took a
we
break
sure
and came back. It's
Tim.
just too good.
Yeah, we
you
have
guys,
nothing else to do.
Yeah, and you guys are invested in us, man.
Yeah.
There's 20 of you guys in here, in and out. Like, you guys are, it's Thanksgiving night, and you guys are man, we love it just like you guys do.
Well, technically, it's not Thanksgiving anymore because
Is it not?
It's after midnight. It's 12:30.
Oh, okay, my bad. He's got a truck with one of those long sleevers that's got a shower in the sink. Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Joseph, that's what I was talking about having for the family. I would love that.
Them big old large cars. That's nice.
Yep. I would love to have my family in that. I've once heard that Robert Lowe's wife was involved with the Freightliner company.
It's JDQ Transportation is my YouTube
But it was
name.
probably just part of a rumor mill. Well, you know, Scott, another rumor is that the reason that Prime has a flatbed division right now is because Robert Lowe's mother loved flatbed. And she actually told Robert Lowe to please bring in a flatbed division, so he did. But also it gives a diversity.
If you're cool with it, I'm just gonna put my link in the live chat.
Yeah, don't do that. No, it's
Okay.
fine. No,
Thank
guys,
you, Joseph.
go follow JDQ Transportation, guys.
I appreciate it, Joseph.
But yeah, I mean, it's not only attractant for another division, but it's also some way to get Prime into a different side of the freight market to diversify that revenue.
I'm not sure if that's showing up as a link or not. I can't tell.
Surprised. Let me see. I don't even see your comment.
Well, it's probably posting.
Okay, gotcha.
It's showing it's on my end.
I'm surprised they don't order Western Star trucks.
I think
Melvin,
TNT is short for trainer and trainee, right?
Time and training, I think.
Something like
that.
It's the second phase of training where you have to do
PSD is
30,000
prime
miles.
student. PSD is prime student driver.
Right.
And then TNT, I think, is time and training
Something
or
like that.
trainee and trainer. Will, do you shave? You're looking shiny. I shaved the other day. I got lined up and everything the other day. So yeah, I got cut up a little bit and shaved my head. Yeah.
See, I'm not too sure about that, Jaded. He said that his Robert Lowe's mom was the reason he supposedly got into tanker too.
Could be, yeah. That's a rumor, you know.
It is a possibility.
I haven't sat down with the man, the myth, the legend, Robert Lowe yet, and asked him, but that is a rumor. That'd be a great video if I can get him pulled to the side and do a video.
Well,
with him.
that would be awesome.
God. And then get a video with Steve Wiki.
Yeah.
That would be great. And Joseph, just to clarify too, when we were talking about what TNT stands for, TNT is the part of the process after
Thanks for stopping by, Jim. Have a great night.
After you've achieved your CDL, you have that 30,000 mile period you have to be on a trainer's truck, and eventually team drive, shift drive with that trainer, so you can get your miles in and everything, get your experience in.
Right. Tim, we are not on a 34. We just so happen to meet up, and we're just...
Well, I'm on a 34.
Yeah,
he's not on a 34.
Yeah, he is. I'm not, because I deliver like 15 miles up the road at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I can't pick up until Saturday morning.
Yeah, I deliver in like 9.5 hours.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be there before my appointment time to try and get this off early and then come back here and wait for another load.
Jim, thank you so much for your time. Much love. God bless. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because you've been here for a while.
Yeah, you have, Jim.
Appreciate it
And we
very
really
much.
appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us, man. It's awesome.
Thank y'all all for being here for so long, especially on a Thanksgiving night. Whenever we started, it was Thanksgiving. Mom is the reason Prime exists. Go watch the short film Prime did on Robert Lowe on the anniversary last year.
Yeah, I need to definitely see that because I haven't seen
that yet. I need to go watch it.
Yeah. We're out here living this life. Don't even know. Scott knows more than us.
Yeah.
Jeez. I think being in a trainer's truck would be kind of weird.
For me, it really wasn't that bad because me and my TNT trainer, we got along great. And that's what honestly makes the training situation go by a lot faster.
Some situations are better than others. Let's put it that way.
Because you've had more experience than I did. Because I'm not even a trainer yet.
I used to be the trainer that would try to accommodate everybody's interest and needs and all that. And then I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm here to make them the best flatbed driver they could possibly be, the most efficient, safest professional driver they could possibly be. So the extras don't count. So when my guys are on the truck, I tell them straight up, look, you know, I'm here to do one job. I'm not your boss. I'm your trainer. And I'm here to make you better than me. That's what I'm here to do. And that's the mission that I have. So, and I let them know that if I give them 115%, it doesn't mean anything if they're not willing to give 115% back into it. So,
right.
You know, we can be friends off the clock. But when this clock's running and this truck's moving, I'm nobody's friend. I'm your trainer. That's all there is to it. You know, I have a job to do. I have a job to look out for your future endeavor in this industry, and that's what I'm here for.
I'm not a trainer yet, Tim, but I will be after the first of the year. And I'm not sure if you want to get into Toll Booth Jimmy's comment about why you didn't go home for the holiday.
Well, we talked about it a little bit earlier, Toll Booth, if you would actually been on the feed when we actually started. But
shit, he's throwing shade.
Obviously, you had other things better to do. But what I'm going to say is we tried to get home.
People do have a life, jackass. It was Thanksgiving whenever we started.
I'm just, like you said, I'm just throwing shade. I'm just messing with you. But no, we dropped that load in Phoenix Monday, and they couldn't get us home for the holiday.
Yeah.
So I told them instead of trying to get us within a shift away from the house, because there was nothing that was actually good revenue to go back east at that moment. I told them to just go ahead and put us on some good loads. Yeah.
So Toll Booth, if you haven't been busy with family and you've just been drinking, then it's your fucking job to have the notifications turned off when he goes live.
And that's not shade, that's facts.
Exactly.
Let's see. Y'all ever come through West Virginia?
Yes.
He does, being reefer, but flatbed is very, very, we do, but it's very, very limited.
Yeah, if you're out there, you're most likely going to end up going to Newport.
Yep. And if we do go through West Virginia, it's just going to be for like a snippet on 81. So it's not really much. Just a damn savage. Yeah, we're just throwing shade on Jimmy. We love Jimmy. Jimmy's been one of my biggest supporters since day one. I met him when he was in his TNT phase, and he's really a good guy. He's got a good heart.
By all means, I'm not being mean to nobody.
No, we're just messing with him. I've been drinking. He's supposed to text me before going live. Let's see. Which place do you prefer to train at? Tim, I am actually, when I do my PSD training for guys, I prefer to do Springfield, but my favorite terminal is Pittston. So if that's Springfield has the amenities of, why are you looking at me like that?
Your favorite fucking terminal is Pittston?
My favorite terminal is Pittston.
What's wrong with you?
Dude, when I started Prime, when I ran solo, me and Angel ran the 202, which is the Northeast Regional.
Right.
And we stayed at Pittston so much, so we became accustomed to everybody there. Like, I know Kenny in the shop. I know Andy in the trailer shop, rebuild. You know, I mean, I know Mike in security. I mean, we know these people personally. Yeah. They became like family to us. So
okay, and that makes sense.
Yeah. So, but I mean, you know, obviously,
anything other than that is unacceptable.
Yeah. Obviously, anything. Pittston's not nearly as 24/7 as Springfield is. But now, as far as PSD and somebody else, I would definitely want to do Springfield because the amenities at the training pad are like crazy better. I mean, there's so much more room. There's so much more accessibility. It's really, really nice.
I think I've actually passed through Morgantown a few times.
Morgantown, West Virginia?
Yeah, that's where
that sounds...
he's from. He says he lives about an hour from Morgantown.
I knew y'all were I knew y'all were picking. Oh, I thought you said packing. I was like...
And Toll Booth said I'm Will's #1 supporter. Didn't expect him to go live on Turkey Day. Well, we didn't expect to either, but here we are.
Exactly. That's why I didn't throw like a reminder up like hours before like I usually do. Yeah.
Because what happened was we were recording a video for his channel, and we're going to record one for mine once this is over, if we have time, which we should. But he
Yeah, we're
said, he's mentioned something about us being live. I said, we're not live yet, but we're going to be after this. And then here we are.
Well, that's what we said. We were like, we should have just went live because the video was like 40-something minutes long. And
yeah.
I was like, the lives usually run like, you know, an hour or better. And like, as you see, it's like
And here
2
we are,
hours.
almost
Yeah.
2 hours.
And it's just enjoyable, man. I just like doing it. PSD and Piston, you get to stay at a really nice hotel, way better than Springfield, unless you get lucky and get a room at the Millennium. Scott, that's true, but for the trainers, the amenities there as far as the training facility is not there for us. So, yes, you get the better room, but also, you know, we actually have a little bit better facility there in Springfield. We have a nice layout for the route in Springfield for you guys to do your testing on, practice route. I mean, it's overall more accessible for the training side of things. Pittston is really, really quiet. It's a really, really quiet facility. And yes, you got to get there before, like, I think it's 7 p.m. or you're not getting anything to eat or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's definitely, it's that home away from home feel, whereas Springfield is kind of like a massive conglomerate, huge thing. And it's nice, don't get me wrong. All the terminals are nice.
I haven't been to Pittston. Well, I've been to Pittston a bunch, but I haven't been to their training pad.
Yeah, and I haven't either, Scott. I haven't been up there to the training pad yet at all. So I need to take a look at it.
See, I tried to fly my drone out there, but where their training pad is, it's actually in a no-fly zone because it's so fucking close to the airport.
Really?
Because what I was going to do is
I need to go out there and check it out.
What I was going to do is I was going to get some flyover shots of all the trainers and their trainees working on the pad.
Right. Tim Martin says, we overlooked this. Tim says, did you guys have your CDL before coming to Prime?
No, I did not.
Jacob did not. I did.
I apologize, Tim. I got carried away.
Yep. I had my CDL for almost 2 years before I came to Prime. So I got it at a tech school, and I did nothing with it. And I can tell you guys this. Do not go. Okay, what my advice is get your permit in your home state. Get your permit. Get all your endorsements that you can get. Come to Prime to get your CDL. Do not go to a tech school unless you have something lined up there local that you know you can get hired in or whatever, and you know it coincides with that school.
Right.
Don't do what I did and go get your CDL and sit on it for a year or two, because after 90 days, you're not considered an applicable driver anymore for anything, because you actually have no road experience now after 90 days. So you have got to do it. Well, no, Tim, your situation is different.
So,
it's
Scott,
unique.
that is very valuable information to us Prime drivers.
What do you
Little
say?
secret I shouldn't let out: if the piston yard is full, go down the road to the training pad.
Yep, there you go.
Because you know, us by the time we park, there's nothing going to be open anyway.
And Scott will tell you, because he seems to know a lot about Pittston. Pittston's always full. So
yeah, Pittston is always full. If you find a spot, especially
if you find a bobtail spot,
buy
you're
a
doing
fucking
good.
lotto
Much less
ticket.
being able to put your trailer anywhere. It's nuts.
Which
It is
I should have
nuts.
went and bought a lotto ticket when I got all 3 drops the same day off and was out of each place before the appointment time for each place. I should have went and bought a lotto ticket then.
Right. Toll Booth Jimmy says, where's Junior? Toll Booth Jimmy, you need to message him in one of his videos and he will respond to you. I am not his keeper. Joseph says, well, not for now. Much love, fam. Again, thank you
Much
both
love,
for
Joseph. Thank you
flying
for
America.
stopping by.
Thank you, Joseph, for
And
being a
thank
part
you
of this
very much for
tonight.
your
Thank you so
support.
much. Much love, man. God bless. I will, man. I'll tell her you said hello, man, for sure. So you guys have a great one, man. God bless. So, guys, I think we're winding down here, but yeah. I mean, I'm serious, man.
Oh shit, the super chats.
Love you, buddy. Much love. But guys, I gotta say, like, my biggest piece of advice to you is network, communicate, know what you want, find those goals, have you a 1-year goal, a 3-year goal, and a 5-year goal. And guys, when you put your plan in motion and you start getting everything laid out to where you can start accomplishing your goals, don't stop till you accomplish them. Right. Just whether it's with Prime, whether it's with anybody. But my suggestion to you guys is, if you're coming into this industry brand new and green, yeah, exactly. I'm getting my 50 cent from the super chat. Yeah. When you're coming in brand new and green, guys, I suggest come to Prime, 100%. And guys, you will not be disappointed with the training. You're going to get the most in-depth, upfront, real-time, real-world training the best training that you're going to get versus anywhere else. So I'm telling you guys, you won't be disappointed. So, you guys, thank you guys so much for everything. Much love. Happy Thanksgiving to you, which I know it's not Thanksgiving anymore.
Yeah.
Hey Tim, much love, bro. Talk to you as well, man. I'm gonna check
See you
that link
later,
out
Tim.
too.
Thanks for stopping by.
But
Much love.
thank you guys for everything, and please, this video obviously it's gonna post up. If you guys have any questions or comments, Heavy Metal, be safe, brother.
Heavy Metal, be safe,
Thank you for
Good
hanging
luck
out,
in
man.
PSD.
Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, good luck in PSD, brother.
You gotta let me know how it's going, bro, because I know you're in Discord.
God bless you guys. God bless all of you guys. Thank you so much for your time. We know you guys are sacrificing time for your family to be here with us tonight, and sacrificing time for things that you guys want to do, sleep, everything, and we really
Yeah.
appreciate it. So we
For
want
a couple jackasses just
Yeah.
talking.
we want to let you guys know that we really do appreciate it 100%.
Be safe, Jimmy.
Be safe, Jimmy. Be safe, Jaded. Much love, guys. And we'll see you on the next one. This is going to be Freight Skater, Jacob from JDQ Transportation. Guys, we are out. Peace.
Peace out, y'all.